All right, all right. Welcome to Talk of the Family, where some families lie, some families steal, some families are fake, and some families are real. But this family on this panel, we talk, and that's what we're about to get into tonight. Get into some good conversations. How's your Sunday going, Tiffany? It look like it's cold as hell where you at.
Now you know when you having a bad hair day, it feels
Uh
kind of good out here.
oh,
So
okay.
I'm finna go in Family Dollar, so I gotta mute up.
All right, I got you. Yeah. So you catching here to get into what's on today, Reggie? I know the R Star, but what is it like? What else? I know they did the 3-point shooting contest yesterday and all that.
Yeah, all the festivities really was Friday and Saturday. It's just a game today. It's all it
Oh,
is, just a game. That don't start until like maybe like 7:30, 8 o'clock.
so
Yeah,
it's
but ain't nothing. That's what I'm saying. Nothing special is going on. Like I said, don't. I mean, I stopped watching the All Star game a few years ago because it just started getting boring. Like there's no competition. Like everybody just want the superstars to score with each other. So it's not even fun for me to watch anymore. So I just look at other stuff.
okay, okay,
Yeah, yeah.
okay. Well, I ain't watched none of that shit. So
No, no, it was okay for the most part, but it's not
yeah,
it's not what it used to be, man. It's this younger generation of ball players, man. It's not what we accustomed to, so it's different.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay then. So what about Let's see. We're gonna get into it then. Got some good stuff here. So, what are your thoughts on that? Your girl, you've been living with for 4 years, come home and admits her side did that to her face. What would you do? So she cheating on you. You didn't know, and when you found out she cheating on you, it's because she came home with a black with her face beat up. What would you do?
I don't know. I mean, first off, I think she deserves it because why would she need to cheat? Like, I guess there's something she's not getting from the relationship, so she deserves it. I don't advocate. I don't advocate for domestic violence. That's a serious thing. But if you come home with a black eye and you tell me it's because of your side, dude, if you tell me the truth, like you deserve it. What did you do to make him even want to put your hands on you? And for two, why did you feel the need to step on a relationship if you wasn't getting everything that you need? Like you could have talked to me about it. But instead you wanted to be a coward or you wanted to be sneaky about it and thought you wasn't going to get caught. So I mean, I don't respect that. I think that's frowned upon. But like I said, uh, whatever's that you did to set him off, that's something that you got to deal with. Because baby, you're not my girl anymore. So it doesn't make any difference with me. You're not my girl anymore. At that point, so I really don't care about the matter. So
Damn, what would you? Damn, what would you do, Kenya?
I mean, if I was the man in that man's situation, I think it's just to leave her alone. Because I mean, why would you put yourself in a position to get into whatever drama they got going on? I say, like, you got to deal with it on your own, and adios. If I were you, I go to the cops, go file a police report.
But see, I heard a lot of people say, because I got this off of TikTok. A lot of people saying they'll go beat up the side dude. Like a lot of dudes were saying they will go beat up the side dude based off the fact what he did to her face. So some dudes was just basically like, I don't care that she cheated. It's the fact that what he did to her face. Would it be worth it? Do you think it's worth it to go over there and defend her honor based off that?
I
I
mean,
mean,
why?
look, think about it.
Why?
This somebody you really love. You've been with for 4 years. You have no idea she cheated on you until this day. She walks in the house, face busted up, but you still love her. You still right. Those feelings are there. So you telling me you ain't gonna be angry at the fact that this dude did this to her face? Did you see the Queen? Did you see
I,
the question?
No, I ain't see it.
Hold on, Reggie. Hold your thought.
oh
So
yeah.
you come home to Marcus. Y'all been together for over 10 years, and you come home with your face looking like this. What would Marcus do? Should he go out and beat your side dude up?
What?
Look, it's right there. It's in the picture. Look. Look, ask Marcus, what would he do?
Why would you say my side dude though? I'm married. I
That's what
wouldn't
it
even
is.
have
It says your girl been living with your girl you've been living with for 4 years come home and admits her side did this. What would you do? So Marcus has no idea you've been cheating. Y'all been together 10 years. He ain't got no clue. And the first time he found out you cheating, you walk in the house with your face looking like that. What should he do? Should he go beat up your side dude? Should he just beat you up some more?
Nigga, I don't know. I can't answer that shit. I don't know, because it's like he gonna be like, bitch, you cheat on me. So what the fuck? That's what the fuck you get.
How about you cheating on me?
Nigga, what you say?
Thanks.
What you say, Reggie?
I already told you. I'm like, baby, you're not my girl anymore. I mean, like I said, like,
After 4 years,
you're not my girl, man. But see, that's the thing. Like, if you really love me, why would you even think about stepping out? You know what I mean? That's the thing that'll baffle me. You know, if I'm angry at you, it's because of that. The thought of you actually stepping out. Obviously, the love was either fizzled out and you didn't tell me about it, so you thought you was gonna be sneaky and have a side dude. But like I said, baby, you're not my girl. So him hitting you in your face, that has nothing to do with me. I'm not coming to your rescue. I'm not saving you. That's on you. You got to figure that out because we're not together anymore. So pack your stuff, get out the crib, and do what you got to do.
Well, I'm telling you
So
right
you
now.
kicking her out too?
Yes.
Damn, with a black
Yes.
look.
Yeah, no love lost.
Reggie, look. You see that eye? You see
I see it.
The left eye? I'm gonna
see
black
it.
the other one. She gonna walk out that motherfucker with 2 on. One he
It
did,
ain't
and one I did.
It ain't that serious for me, brother. But no, I can't have that. If you love me like you say you did, like you never did what you did. Now you want me to clean up the shit that you got yourself into. And
RJ,
then
what you doing?
Me? Now I said I was playing. I ain't gonna black. I kick us to the curb. You gotta go. I ain't gonna kick. You know, I'm gonna leave. I'm like, shit. You and your act can stay here. I'm gone. Shit, fuck that. Like, you cheating on me for 4 years, and you come home with a black eye expecting me to defend you after finding out the day of. Like, I'm finding out that you got a side dude because he beat your ass. He blacked your eye. Yeah, it's over.
I mean, if our crib nice as hell, why you leaving?
Cause that's just always been me, man.
You can take half the stuff that you bought. I ain't gonna argue with you on that, but you gonna take that shit and get up out of here because I'm enjoying this crib.
So you pay like that. So when you say half, you take this TV, I take this TV, you take this couch, I take this couch. Is that you pay like that?
It don't matter. Whatever you bought, I'm not arguing with you about it. Take that. But you're not staying here.
Even if y'all moved into the apartment together and y'all name both on the lease, you gonna make her get out?
Hell yeah, she getting out. At that point, I'm about to go around and drag you out.
What if she tell you she ain't?
Look, I'm not. Look, the thing is, in order to prevent something like that to happen, like you just got to know the kind of person you are. Like for me, like I said, I just can't have it. And me walking out, if I walk out because of what she did, what do I get in it? What's the benefit in it? You know what I mean? Like I didn't do anything wrong. You made those choices. You made that mistake. You know what I mean? So I mean, no, I'm sorry. You can't. I'm not helping you. I'm not gonna be there for you. So.
All right. So look, let's flip it. So Kenya, I come home, right? I come home with scratches all on my neck. I come home, with just like my shirt ripped, little blood and shit. And you ask me what, and I tell you, my side chick, she called the police on me, but before she did, she got to fighting me and stuff like that. And it's your first time hearing, right? It's your first time hearing that I've been cheating on you in 4 years. What would you do? Would you forgive me?
Nah, I finished the job.
What the hell?
now you got 2 ass whoopings in one.
Y'all petty, you petty.
But you ain't gonna have to scratches.
Would you do me like Reggie though? Would you kick me out?
Yeah, absolutely.
You'll kick me out?
Yes,
but
I'm definitely.
I ain't got nowhere to go.
Bad, you better go back over there. You better make amends with her, but you can't.
Well, what if we got my name on the lease?
You either get out or you just gonna be forced out. You decide.
That's fucked up. Queen, what
But
you
is
doing?
there but the thing is there divorce in that though? Because I know a lot
All
of
right, that's
people
what I'm saying. Would you divorce
is
me? That's a good question.
because that's really tough. See, if I'm just in a relationship, that's easy. That's easy to come out. Like I said, you just kick that person out. But a marriage, I don't know.
No,
That's
I ain't divorcing.
really it's really
I ain't
serious.
divorcing because once I kill your ass, they ain't gonna know, and all your checks coming to me, and
That's y'all,
then
y'all.
I'm gonna get your motherfucking life insurance money.
Mm,
Oh my god, man! Do you hear this? Y'all
yeah,
is.
I know, right?
But are y'all
Yeah.
surprised that some dudes said that? I told you some dudes said that they would defend her, like they would go over there where dude that, or they would whoop his like her side dude ass. Are y'all surprised to hear that? That some dudes actually would would not leave her and would go and fight her side dude.
I'm not surprised because I mean I guess it's more so they feel like it's a respect thing.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's crazy. Well, that was just a little opening, man. I just want to see what y'all thoughts were with that. So let's really get into it, right? Now this is Quita and Kenya. I want to see what y'all thoughts are. This is some crazy shit, right? So we gonna go here, right? Now the way I'm describing, listen to the statement, right? I got this off TikTok as well. Men feel like, according to women, men feel like we are being emasculated based off the fact y'all working for the white man, y'all going to work for the white man. So the question is, now that was the statement I gave y'all. Y'all are emasculating us based off y'all going to work for the white man. So the question is, what are black women supposed to do until they get a man, right? Because if a black woman don't want to emasculate a man by going to work for the white man, what should she do, right? Because she needed, what should she do? She need a job too. She need a career. She need to be able to take care of herself. But at the same time, she's being looked upon as a person that's being played by the white man. Like the black man is looking at like you being played by the white man because he using you to emasculate your black man, your counterpart. So, what are y'all thoughts on that? What should a woman do?
Wait, I got a question before I answer the question. How is a woman working emasculating a man?
Well, okay, so males feel like kind of what Reggie said in a couple of podcasts and a couple episodes ago. When a woman get degrees or get in her career, she becomes masculine to the point where she emasculates the man in the aspect of you can't tell me shit, you can't control me, I ain't listening to you, you weak as hell, like kind of what you hear women say now, right? Males out here lazy, they weak, they ain't stepping up to the plate, they soft as hell, they cry babies, right? I ain't listening to you, right? And then the male be like, well, but you'll go to work and listen to that white man, and he paying you. He could piss you off, but you ain't gonna talk to him crazy. But you'll come home and emasculate me, disrespect me, talk down to me, based off you going to work for this white man. So women are saying, well, if you feel like I'm emasculating you based off me having a career and going to work for the white man, what should I do until I get the man, or when I get the man? Like, what should I do? So what should you do? Or is women tripping when they with this post?
I think men are tripping with this post because I don't think that women emasculate men based off of working. I think that comes from some type of trauma. When women got this whole mentality that a man can't tell me nothing. I don't think it got nothing to do with, oh, I'm working and I got some type of power, so you can't tell me nothing. I don't think that just comes as a given once a woman have a job. Because how else do a woman supposed to take care of herself?
Well, how do you explain a woman having trauma, right? Like you said, woman got come up in trauma, but she don't exude that energy to her boss. She won't respect the black man. When she come home, she won't listen to him. But she still got this trauma. But when she go to
But
work, she listens to the man that's writing her a
I
check.
don't mean to cut you off, but are men going to cuss out their white boss? I mean, I don't think that's necessarily a woman thing because ain't no black man or man in general gonna curse out their boss if they boss tell them do something. That's your job. You're gonna do your job. It's a difference from me having being in a relationship and the dynamic of our relationship. But anybody who has a job will listen to their boss if they want to keep their job.
Hmm. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Because this is the argument that's going around. This is part of the gender war argument that's going around. Reggie said it a couple episodes ago. Women tend to be more masculine, more, in his words, unruly, right? Right? Don't want to listen to the man. Thinking they got this big ass ego because they got their job. So what's your thoughts, Reggie? Look, they talking about it. I posted it. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I don't know, bro. Like I said, as I reiterate, I definitely I definitely don't downplay the black woman who wants to like elevate herself. That's first and foremost. I don't downplay that. I love intellectual woman, but I don't want it to be to the point where it's like you know so much more than me that you feel like you can like overpower me in the sense of like because I don't know certain things or I maybe not I maybe I don't get certain things that you can just emasculate me. Like I just like I'm willing to know things or learn things. And that's when I feel like cuz certain women that are in power, they know it all. That's what happened, you know. And I think that's for any gender, but I think women specifically like that's what happens. You get in the power, you're more masculine and you feel like you know it all because of the position you're in. But it's because of the position that what makes you masculine. Without that, you feel like you're less than equal. So you need that position to validate you to be equal to men. And that's why I can't be on the same wavelength with women who are in those positions of power because you're not gonna be able to like I don't know in a way just you know you just that's what you want. That's what you attain. That's what you aspire to be. So I can't change that. But it's not masculine to me. I wouldn't be attracted to that. So I don't know.
What your ass said a couple episodes ago. You was saying like you don't rock with the whole a woman having a job because her ego. She's
No, I
masculine.
mean I'm not saying she should have a job. No, she should definitely have a career. But what I'm saying when it comes to family, when we talked about this, when I said family, how are we gonna start a family if you don't want to after what we were talking about instead of sacrifice adjusting if you don't want to adjust your career a little bit to start a family. That's the only way it can happen, but it won't happen if you want to keep the same position that you have. You know what I mean? There's no way we can grow a family like that if you're not willing to adjust. So nah, I wouldn't be I wouldn't say forecome, but I wouldn't be attentive to those type of women who are in power who want to adjust to that to let their positions down or even like their schedule and whatever their position is just to start a family. So I mean
Mm.
that's how I look at it.
Okay, well, what's your thoughts, Kenya? What you like?
I
You don't
don't
feel
know.
like
I really feel like it's not like a woman thing. I feel like that's a people thing because I feel people who seek validation in certain areas, I feel like they let the they positions go to their head, but I don't think that's a given for every person. But I don't know. I don't agree that a job makes a woman makes her makes a man emasculated. It gives like I don't know. It just seems in that way like a man feel like the only way they can control a woman is if she don't have anything. And it
who
makes me question: are men not looking for equals, or they looking for somebody they can control? Like they're
I
not
don't,
looking for a partner.
I don't think it's that. I think it's an attitude thing. I think when a man sees a woman go to work and she okay with her boss, telling her what to do, disrespecting her, whatever the case may be, right? she's not gonna talk crazy to him when she's having a bad day. She's not gonna go to work and take her anger out on him when she just not up to it. She's not gonna display that type of energy. But to her man, to her counterpart, it's like he gets all of that shit. He gets the backlash. He gets the angry woman, But so man are feeling like why you emasculating me? Why you talking down to me? Why you disrespecting me when you don't do that shit at work? And just because this man writes you a check, that gives you that's the reason why you not gonna talk to him crazy? Because he writes you a check? What about you, Quita? Do you feel like a woman going to work kind of got that type of energy where she will respect her boss way more than she respect her dude?
No, but anyway, go. Anybody got to respect their boss. That's how you make a living. So if I don't respect my boss and put it towards okay, respecting you, what you want me to do? Respect my boss and be broke and not bring money into the crib? Like, it's slow, like retarded. Like, but then I gotta go find another job, and then it's gonna happen again, and I'm keep losing jobs, and getting a job, losing a job, getting a job. All because you feel this masculine type of way.
Mm, well, but are y'all not seeing it though? Are y'all not seeing? So you trying to tell me y'all don't see? And Kenya, we've been on Twitter, right? We've been seeing a lot of women and how they talking. You trying to tell me they not really out here? You don't hear the conversation with what I need a man for, what I need you for. I got a job, I got my car, I got my crib.
That's the
I,
same thing. That's the same thing when a man asking a woman what you bring it to the table. I got a car, I got a crib, I can provide my own food and shit like that. So what are you bringing to my table? Like it's the same thing. You feel what I'm saying? It's just in a different format. So what's the difference?
I
It's
just
just
think
like
it's
when you let those things
biased.
control you.
I really think that's biased though, because
Yeah.
y'all saying that a woman can't respect a man, but she'll respect her boss. But it don't seem like men respect they women either. Like you ain't gonna talk crazy to your boss, but you will talk crazy and demand some type of authority over a woman, but you won't do the same thing with your boss. It goes both ways, depending on that person.
But sis, the thing is, let's just say any position of power that you're in and you're a mother, your boss who oversees all of that tells you that you have to work all crazy hours of the day. Now, what is your husband supposed to do while you're working all these crazy hours? Because you're not getting I can guarantee you're not getting paid for the hours that you're off the clock. So you're just doing extra work just to appease the boss. And you're not gonna be there to tuck your kids in, or you're not gonna be able to cook dinner, so you gotta rely on your husband to do that. When does it come a point where it's like, whatever the profession you're in, when do you relinquish some of those responsibilities and say, "Hey, I want to be a mother to my kids because I don't me being in this position, even though I know I deserve it and I have the qualifications for it, it's a hindrance for me actually developing like being a mom. I'm being more career driven, and that's what I'm saying. That's where the masculinity comes in. It's not there's no femininity in it. If you look at it that type of way, it's like, okay, I'm gonna just appease the boss. I'm gonna work all these crazy hours that I know I'm not even getting paid for, but I just want to appease him and try to make partner, or try to go up a higher in the level where the husband is at home and he's thinking to himself, damn, I haven't seen my wife in 3 to 4, 5 days. When am I
First
gonna
of all, I don't think nobody gonna be working on damn crazy hours. They ain't get paid for it. You can kiss my ass, nigga. I'm not going into working, doing shit that I know that's not my job description. You got me fucked up. So
But that's a
What about
reality. But that is a
But
reality. I'm not trying to
but
say it's
doesn't
like
that
a
apply
fairy
to a
tale.
man as well? That's my issue with it, because it's like it's
no?
okay
Because I don't
if
think
the
a
man
man
is
is
doing the same
emasculating a
thing.
woman. I
No,
don't
I'm
think.
saying he was basing it. His example saying that a mother can be a mother, like a wife duties because of her job. But what about the man in that position? That makes it okay because he's the man.
Hey, Ken, can I address him? Hey, hi, woman
Yeah,
in high
what's up,
power
Quisha? Yeah,
position.
go ahead, come on in. Yeah,
Woman in high power position want to speak.
okay, okay.
So, to address that, um, in my honest opinion, it's a myth because that's not how I move. That's not my household dynamic. That's not my marriage. I'm a construction manager for Starbucks, a traveling construction manager, and you want to know what? I don't miss a beat. My husband don't cook. He don't wash clothes. I don't miss not one thing out of my child's life. So I don't I don't work for the man. I make it work for me. I have flexibility in my schedule. When I don't travel, I work from home. When I am traveling, I catch a flight in the morning, come back, and be home in time to tuck my daughter home from bed. So that's not everybody, and that's not me. So it was a little like, wait, hold on, like it's a myth because it could be done. It's all about time management. Because of my credentials and because of what I work for, I have the ability to come in and negotiate at the table about what I want and how my schedule worked for me, not how the white man's schedule worked for me. So just want to clear that up.
So let me ask you though, Queen.
And
Okay,
Oh,
you
tell
all
are
us.
an
right, all right,
anomaly.
all right. Go
You
ahead, go
are
ahead.
you are an anomaly. What we all say on this panel, like that's rare to find in a woman. So the way how you broke that down, not most women will have that type of ability to do that. But what you saying, like that is amazing. I applaud that, like
But
one
Quisha,
million percent. Like,
do
I
you
just
go
think that
ahead?
sometimes that when you're in, like, some women are in certain positions about, they just don't want to adjust to that. You know.
And
And for me, family is everything or whatever. Honestly, it's not something that I wanted to go into. I didn't aspire to be a construction manager because, first of all, so when you say like women in those positions, like they're looking or aspiring because a man do it, that wasn't my path. I honestly stumbled upon that. My path, I have a master's degree in industrial organizational psychology. I wanted to
Mhm,
go into human resource. I wanted to go into consulting businesses with different companies. That wasn't my path at all. I
mhm,
honestly stumbled upon it when I got out of grad school.
mhm,
They wanted you to have 8 to 10 years of experience, right? To go
mhm,
into human resources. It's like, wait a minute, I was a professional student all my life. How am I supposed to have 8 to 10 years experience? And it was actually Kenya's father, a real life story. Kenya dad, Uncle Dennis called me and was like, because I'm out of grad school, I'm just at home. He called me, he was like, hey, I know a guy, he just started this small construction company and he needs somebody to do some office stuff. So I'm like, office stuff, okay. I ain't doing that no way. So went
mhm,
to do it and come to find out, it was such a small construction company. I wore many hats. Stayed there for 4 years and then still was trying to get into human resource. And then I just couldn't do it. And it was like a light bulb that went off like, why don't I go out of something after something that I actually have experience in? So then that's when I applied to commercial construction, did that with Circle K for like 4 years, and then moved
mhm,
on to Starbucks to go into construction. So it wasn't a path that I aspired or because a man or this is a position of, power, it makes me more masculine. That wasn't my aspirations or how it happened. It just happened and I owned
mhm,
it. So
let me ask you this. Let me ask you. Well said. Let me ask you this. So even with you being in that high position, right? When we use the word emasculate, right? You don't have to go into details, but do your husband don't do he feel like you emasculate him being in that position, being you know in that corporate world like that? Do he feel like you? But before you answer that, let me ask you this too: do you hear the talks of women that are in these high positions talking about how much they don't need a man and I don't care and I got this and I got? Do you hear that kind of talk?
well, to be honest with you, I don't. So in my friend circle or whatever, I don't hear those type of talks because all of my friends in my close circle, they're married or whatever. So I don't hear those type of talks, and I don't have the opportunity to really make new friendships in the position that I am because, to be honest, I work with a lot of older white men or whatever, and we don't work face to face or it's at a job site, so I don't have that opportunity to really form new friendships or work friendships or things are done virtually. So honestly, no, not, they say birds of a feather flock together and my flock, what I'm saying, they're married and they don't think like that.
Okay, okay. So you didn't get big headed. The second question, you didn't get like did your
Absolutely not.
ego? Okay.
And honestly, I was listening to y'all podcast yesterday about the whole marriage thing. I wanted to join. I tried to join, but Malia hurt herself, and I had to get off. But it was funny because me and my husband, we met at the age of 23 and then got married at 29. I heard
Okay.
y'all say something
Yeah,
about that age
yeah,
gap.
yeah. Yeah,
So
yeah.
that was funny. Like literally age 23 and then got married at 29.
That's exactly. Yeah, yeah. I think it did. Now we are. What I was. Yeah, we was in our 30s. I was in my 30s.
But
Yeah.
that's low key my age too. I met Romeo at 23 and we got
Yep.
married when I was 29 too.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep. That's the fact. Yeah, it was. Yep. Yep.
What's going on,
Okay.
everybody?
What's up, Marlon?
What up?
How you feel?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm fine.
Okay, okay. Well, we gonna move to the next one then. Let's see what y'all. Cause look, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I really feel like women are not masculine just because they want to be. I feel like some women that are masculine, it's kind of like they was forced to become that. But I don't think women are just like at 18 and masculine. I think something happened to them that made them that way, and they just kind of grow with it because they never healed that hurt. I really think that's how it is. Because I don't think women are just like, oh, I want to be a man.
So do you think men are reaching there when they say that a woman with a career it can emasculate them? Do you feel like men are reaching to that, like they just really reaching, and then that's
I
not really
think it's
happening?
only insecure men. Cause I mean we it's a lot of toxic women out here, but I do feel like it's a lot of insecure men out here that feel away when a woman might be further or know more than them. So it's like that man always feel like he want to be up top when it's like, do you really always have to be at top? Like if you're not good at that, why do you want me to follow you in that area when that's not an area you're good in?
Let me ask you this: Quisha, do Marlon care what you make? If you was to be the bread, let's say you the breadwinner, do he care?
I don't know. I don't think I ever asked. Do you care?
That's a good question. That's a good question, right?
Well, I must say this. He's never made me felt like he cared, but I've never asked, or it has never been an issue, or it's never been really a topic of conversation. So I don't think so, but I've never asked him.
I mean, I can answer that question. I mean, that's kind of easy. But honestly, she never made more money than me. I guess that's why. But listen, not for real. I did start losing money or whatever. It got to a point when my business slowed down tremendously.
Right.
So she started making more money than me. But
did that make you feel some kind of way?
Wait, did you?
Well, a little bit, only because how she was acting. A little bit like.
How was I acting?
Well, I can afford
this is
it's like one of those things. Well, I can afford this. I don't know what you gonna do. Like I don't know, but it started. I was like,
first of all, no, he is lying.
No, let me finish. Let me finish. You gotta tell people the truth.
No. That's so true.
The
devil is lying. It is Sunday, okay? No, let's be honest. He's the one that's tight with the money. I spend freely. So of course I got the mindset if I'm gonna eat, my nigga go eat. Like, what you mean? I don't you the one that's stingy.
No, I'm not stingy at all.
Okay. Let me ask.
I just don't let people take
Hold on. Ask the Bill question. Because I think that's important too. Hey, Marlon.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing, brother? My first
I'm
time.
all right.
We had a conversation about this word last night. We was talking about Bill. And my man's over here, Ramal, saying that it's kind of like a trigger word for a man when he says that when a woman instills something in a man, and we say he built something in him, like it's kind of like you made him. And I was trying to tell him that.
We listened to this.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I mean, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts about that? Because I think it's interesting that if I didn't know something and a woman instilled something into me, and I could take with me, with that, forever. I felt like you built something in me, something I did not have. And because you came in, you thought about me so much, and you helped me in this area that I didn't know. I don't think it's a negative connotation of the word build. I think it's a great thing.
Oh yeah, building is great. So you know you blocking.
Why don't you get on your own
I'm just
phone?
saying, you just blocking the whole little thing. I'm trying to.
Y'all see what I go through.
Hey, that's marriage life. That's what we do. Right?
So I think it comes from your family background. So with my family, we not that close. So when I got with Quisha, she taught. I mean, as far as building, I learned how to like
Be more family oriented.
yeah, family oriented
and
and
explore.
like they family so close, and then you start like seeing they vibe and stuff like that. She kind of built me on how to love the family, even if they're not even that for you like you want them to be, or any situation like that. But as far as like work and nothing like that, I would say I was the builder because you can see what field I'm in. Even though she wanna not give me my props, but that's how she stuck with it, and that's why she even went to the interview is because of me.
But see, but no, look, stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right there. Look, because this is good, right? I feel like Kenya did not build me. So, and when I mean, and I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm just saying, like, you your man. You like, in my opinion, no woman can make a man get up off his ass and go create something for himself. So that's what we saying in the sense, like, Quisha, do you feel like you built Marlon to gauge in his career? See, the family oriented thing is cool, right? You brought something to the table that he wasn't familiar with, and that's understandable. But I'm talking about career wise. Like, did you feel like you built Marlon to be like, you know, to go into his in his field to be the best he could be in his career? Or did he already have it?
I know. Wait, I don't want to cut.
Hello.
Oh, wait.
Or did he already have it? Or did he already have it?
First.
No, Linda. I know.
Oh
he
my
said
God.
Quisha.
Go ahead.
So, okay. I feel like it was. Well, let
Tell
me
the
ask.
truth.
No.
Tell the truth. That's all I want to hear first. If I can sell my side, it'll be the real truth. But I want to let them know y'all don't hear this crap.
I feel like it worked both ways. I feel like I built him and he built me. Honestly, you see,
I don't got
he
nothing
don't never
against
give
it.
me
I
my
don't have
props.
nothing against.
He never gives me my props, but whatever.
Oh.
So honestly, we got together 23. We ain't neither one of us had shit, to be honest. Like
Okay,
no.
right.
No.
Well, it's the difference between not having nothing and having something.
Well, okay, I had my own apartment and my own car. I had my little Monte Carlo, my little sounds. Like,
but I get what you're saying. Like, y'all wasn't like super established.
Right,
exactly. I was still
Yeah.
in grad school. He was working. He was in school. Whatever the case would be.
Right.
Neither one of us had anything.
I was
And
in college. You were still in college.
I said that.
Right.
So I feel like, you know, there were certain things that I lack or whatever that he made up for. And it was
a lot.
certain things that he lacked that I made up for. You know what I'm saying? So it was like we were equally yoked. We both brought different things to the table that enhanced both of our careers in different ways. Like, I'm more the business type or whatever, you know, handling money, paperwork, contracts, this, that, boom, or whatever. And he know how to get out there and get it. And I know how to, you know, get him to get it. So it's like we enhanced each other or whatever. Like, I'm good at one thing, he good at the other, and we put it together and made it work. So that's why I feel like, yes, we both build each other. Like,
I don't know if I agree.
But that word build it's not a negative connotation towards it when you say you built somebody.
Right. Because we built it together.
Oh yeah, no, it's not negative.
Right.
Well, see, I look at it.
He be triggered by that word.
Yeah, I'm triggered.
A woman
like
told
that.
him like that she would have to build him up. So every time somebody say build, this man automatically like ain't nobody built.
Yeah, I don't like that. But we also, me and Kenya agreed that she built herself, I built myself. I don't know. I guess because it's a little different. We just got the mentality like, you know, I can't make you do anything as a woman. You can't make me do anything as a man. Can I add to some? You know, can I add to something you might be lacking in? Sure, right. But even still, I guess we got the mentality like I still can't force you to, you know, like say if she lacked in finances, right? I still can't force her to be savvy in it, right? Even if I'm the best in it, she might not, you know, pick it up or want to pick it up, right? Or she might pick it up in her own style. So I don't know. Me and her had the conversation last night, even offline, and we was just like, I'm like, I don't really feel like we built each other. And then she agreed too. Like, we feel like we kind of like built ourselves individually and then met in the middle. Does that make sense?
Yeah, kind of like y'all molded each other into what works for y'all.
Yeah. It was
So
motivation
instead
there.
of like build, y'all just enhanced. Do you like that word better?
Yeah, I like
You had to change the word for him
Yeah,
because
I like that word. I like that word. Enhance. We gonna stick with that one.
Okay.
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 We gonna stick with that one. So I don't know. I guess it, like you said, it's not something that you're familiar with, but I mean, it's so many. I'm gonna use Darius' words, Jezebels out here
Jesus.
that literally that this is what they're screaming. They're screaming that I got a career. You can't tell me anything. Mine's is mine's. What's yours? Because I even wrote that on Twitter, on TikTok. I was like, a lot of women are saying, what's mine's is mine's, and what's yours is mine's. So in that aspect, that they're emasculating the men on the financial level. They're emasculating them on the emotional level. It's just like it's crazy how a lot of these single women out here are really like looking at a man and saying, in so many words, "Fuck you," and I don't need you. Like I need you, but I don't really need you.
Honestly, I think on that, you'll probably hear majority of that from college graduates. To be honest.
Bro, look, you'll be surprised. You're right, but
Quisha
it's
looked
also
at you like, wait a minute.
no, he's right. It is 20. It is 18 to 20-year-olds, right? But what another thing, bro? It is 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds, literally saying the same shit. It's like a balance, like equal. They both are saying it in them in the age bracket, like they are literally screaming this. So that's why I want to do. Do y'all agree that there's a gender war out here between man and woman, or do you feel like it's not?
I do.
Well, you gotta go to the little. I don't.
Why do you
I'm not
all
understanding the question like this a little bit.
what?
So like man
Gender
against woman, man against woman, right?
Okay.
Women out here wanting that, they're using their careers, their jobs, their degrees, the materialistic aspect of. They're using all of these things to try to force to have control, basically in the household, in the relationship. A lot of women out here are basically screaming, "I want control," and then the men are fighting back and saying, "No, I'm the man. I'm supposed to have control, and you're supposed to be by my side and let me lead." And it because I'm the man, right? But the women are saying, "No, fuck that. You ain't. I don't want you to lead. I got the requirements to be the leader.
Okay.
I can lead us." So now it's a back and forth where men and women are now, because nobody wants to meet in the
Well, where
middle.
you leading us to?
What's
Huh?
wait, what's
Oh, look, you see this? Look, you
on
see?
that
But
topic,
look,
what's the question?
this is what they asking on the panel. Just what you just said, Quisha. Question it. What do you lead me to? You see? Look, do you see this? So that's what I'm saying. Women, this is what I'm saying. Women have they don't have the confidence. They're
But
saying
what's
that,
wrong with a woman asking where are we going? Like, I don't see
I
how a
want to see
woman
your
asking.
vision too. Like,
Yeah,
so
like
can
what
we
is?
align?
but
Yeah,
look,
like
okay.
what's the problem with you say like, oh, we finna go here, and I say, why are we going here? How is that perceived as disrespect? Like, I'm not your child.
Okay, look. Let me ask you this. I'm gonna answer the question. Let me ask you this though. So, let's say you feel like we got a child together. Well, we obviously do, but your child is you feel your child needs to go, like you want your child to go right. I feel like I want our child to go left. Who which way the child should go? Who decides that? Between both of us. Now look, I'm pulling one way, you're pulling the other way. How do we meet in the middle? Who decides which way the child goes?
Kenya.
Whichever way is the right way, because I mean, it's gonna be a right and a wrong.
Which way?
Whichever one is right.
This is the problem.
Whichever one is the best in the best interest of the child.
But
Yeah.
here's
Like,
the thing.
But how do you know? But how do you
I'm-
know who has the best interest?
Exactly. If
you
you're
gotta weigh out
saying,
the pros and cons.
but see, no, women are. This is what I'm saying. When you say, I gave you that scenario because you said I want to know where you lead me to, right? A lot of women out here are literally, even if the man are letting them know, hey, go left because of such and such, women are literally saying, they don't give a fuck. They even if you're saying you want to know, most likely you really don't care because you're still gonna say, now fuck that. We're going right.
No, not if it makes sense. If it don't make sense, then you're not leading me into the wilderness. Like, it gotta make sense. If it makes sense, okay, yeah, you got it. All right.
But how many women?
But he's the man though. You're supposed to trust the man, right? Like like whatever he's gonna lead us is to the right direction. Like you just know.
So you saying that when a woman gets a man that her whole brain just supposed to stop functioning? Like
God didn't give you sisters for nothing.
But if y'all brain, sometimes y'all brain go.
Hey now, hey.
Sometimes y'all brain. Y'all could be wrong and still believe that y'all was right in the situation.
That's
Even
true.
though y'all can hear from so many different people. Like, I think you got this, or something is wrong with this. If I tell you that, it's a whole nother level. I'm like, I was just telling you that.
See, that's true. That's true.
So it's like,
no. First of all, it's all
you was wrong in some situation before.
It's all in the delivery, okay?
Oh my God.
Okay, if you deliver, you can't come at me sideways. You know, I don't care. You can't look at me can't come at me sideways and expect me to just, receive what you're saying. Like,
you do receive it. You just don't want to go about it.
But it's your delivery. It's not the delivery that you're telling these 5 people.
No, yes it is, because you'll ask, like, hey, I'm in this situation with whoever it can be, and ask my opinion, and then go do it and then work with no problem. But if I tell you that you just did the same thing that person did, it's like,
because
no,
when I say
he
makes the worst comparison, like he don't compare apples to apples. He'll compare a grape to a watermelon. It doesn't make sense. How you gonna compare this to that? It doesn't even come close.
But see, this is why. Look, this is what I brought the conversation tonight, the gender war, right? And we're married, so we pretty much we together. Everybody got their own, what situation. But for the most part, and in general, this is the back and forth, though, right? Men are saying, why are you not allowing me to lead? Why are you afraid to let me lead? Why don't you trust me to lead? And why do you feel the need to interfere with that? That's why I gave that scenario, right? When you say, tell me what you see, what road we going down, help me understand, right? That's cool. But even if a man...
But maybe I could see something blue in your eye and you need a little help.
Right. and something else we discussed is parenting styles. That's something else we talked about. So she might got a different background from what I have, and what I believe worked and instilled in me is what I want to put into my child. But she don't like the visual aspect of it, even though it is teaching her what I feel is good. So because sometimes she'll use those techniques, and sometimes I'll try to use her techniques, but majority of the time, I'm leaning towards her being the dominant person when it comes to parenting because I have a daughter. Now, if I had a son, it wouldn't be nothing she can say at that point.
The lies.
I wouldn't care what she said. So the fact that I have a daughter, I'm leaning more towards like, okay, well, I'll let you lead in that. So sometimes I do gotta give up my position as a man. Let her lead where I feel like that she's comfortable in. If that makes sense.
But see, not many men is able to say to do that. See, that's the problem. Like, you have a man right here that's saying, like, you know what, she could take the lead in that area, and I'll let her do her. Men is sitting there saying that women shouldn't have a position at all, and that it should be whatever I say go, even if you're wrong. And I think that's the problem, because men don't know nobody know everything, not even women, because it might be some stuff that I might do that's just wrong too. But it's a lot of men that could do something wrong, but they feel like just because you're a man, you just supposed to listen.
And I agree with you, Kenya, but I guess my rebuttal about that just a little bit would be the fact that I have a daughter. I just lost my train of thought. Then you gotta remember. Say what you said.
That you okay with letting her take the lead in just that area. But of course, if she do something wrong, you're gonna be like, nah, I don't agree with that. But she not gonna be offended, be like, but you said I was gonna lead, but men do that.
Okay, right. Okay, so when I say I let her take the lead, even though it's killing me, but at certain times I'm wanting her to have a father too. Like my father part, I want that still to be in her. If I get her complete control, even though I know I hate it, I feel like let me be a father too. Because once I give it to her, and oh no, I'll deal with her. Then that's when it becomes a problem for me. I don't know if you can relate on that.
Oh no,
Nah, I feel like it's a joint effort because I'm not gonna lie. Moms, even with my daughter, I feel like I'm a little bit more lenient on her. It's like whatever she do, I just be like, it's not that deep, but then
Riley gets away with everything when it comes to Kenya. And then Kenya will look at me. If I discipline her, Kenya will look at me. She won't say nothing, but I know she's giving me that damn devil's eye like,
yes, exactly.
Why the fuck are you messing with my daughter? And I'll be like, Kenya, what you just see, you let her do all of this stuff, right? And let her get away with it. And her way of disciplining is, Riley, don't do that again.
I mean, because we gonna have a conversation about it because she know when she goes too far. And that's when it's like, okay.
Riley's still gonna do it. That's the thing. Riley is still gonna do it, even with her saying, Riley, don't do it again. Versus me, it's like, Riley, I'm gonna beat your butt. And King looking at me like, you better not touch my baby.
Right.
So it's like it's a tug and pull.
But does it vary?
Well, at least Kenya just looks.
Yeah, I get the look.
Well, which one is more effective?
Huh?
Which one is more effective?
Which who?
Like what's more effective when it comes to parenting? Like as far as like your style or Kenya's?
I'm be honest with you. With Riley, neither one of our damn styles because Riley, I didn't say Riley. That shit don't work. I didn't yell at her. I didn't put on punishment. Took all her electronics. Kenya didn't got on her. None of that works. Now with the boys, right? With Jamal, it's different. My method works for him. Like once I get on Jamal be like, all right, I'm gone. I'm gonna stop playing with you, right? Mm-hmm. So that's what it is. It works for Jamal, but for the girl, it don't work at all.
Got it.
I don't know what's with Riley. Riley is like a no limit soldier. Like
yeah, she ain't.
Don't none bother her. It's like you could take her stuff, you could threaten her, you could pop her. She gonna still just do her, and it's at the point where I just gave up. It's like
yeah. So that but you know we used to have the I think me and Kenya was going through the gender war thing in the beginning when we started dating, right? It was we were kind of like Kenya was kind of like, shit, I ain't telling you what's in my bank account. This is my money. Your money is yours, mine is mine. Pay me back. If you borrow from me, imagine we in a relationship.
That must be. Kia, are you a Pisces?
I'm an Aries.
Yeah, I must be real close.
I gave you money when you need it. I'll get her money when she needs it for the important things.
Nah, look. Kenya had to look. My money was her money, and her money was her money. Right? I'm trying to tell you, it was a tug and war back and forth. We were at each other's throats when we first started. It was a real gender war. Like, this is the way I'm going. Well, I'm going this way, and it just was. But you know, we grew and we better at it now. Like now, we don't go back and forth.
Yeah. But I think the problem with that is that's why I could see with some women when you are forced to kind of be the masculine person. Like I was a single parent. Like I was the mom and a dad. So it was like you kind of get used to being in that role and that element. So it's kind of hard when you do have a man. It's like, oh, we need to do this and you need to do that. It's like, boy, I've been doing this for a long time by myself. So it's like you kind of get that energy was like, I don't necessarily need you. Mm-hmm. So it's a lot that you kind of got to unlearn in that aspect.
But when a man comes in, does the woman, is she willing to relinquish some of the
not all the time?
I think you gotta prove yourself.
Yeah, you gotta prove yourself.
I think you gotta prove yourself.
Yep. Because Kenya, Kenya thought she used to tell me. Well, she didn't say it, I would ask her. I was like, Ken, you thought I was gonna drop the ball. And when I mean drop the ball, I'm talking about financially, just being able to hold my weight, hold the family down. And she looked at me and was like, yeah, I thought you was gonna drop that shit. I felt like you was gonna drop it, right? Because she didn't have any faith, right? We just coming in trying to create this foundation together. And she, like she said, she is single parent. So it's a tug and war. I'm trying to tell you, it was a real gender war in our damn house together.
And also, too, my daddy always told me, always have your own and don't never depend on nobody. Only man I depended on was my daddy. So it's like, it's kind of hard to kind of match my daddy. So it's like, once you get to that level, then I'll be like, all right, okay. But until then, it's like, you got to
So it should be a case by case situation in those relationships.
Well, it seems like a lot of women.
If we're talking about if the man should lead, but I'm hearing that other people saying what's best and what's best for the child, what's best in that scenario. So if what's best in that scenario, if we go with the woman's lead, we go with that lead. If it's best for the man to lead that situation, then the man will lead. Instead of just saying the man is just going to lead no matter what, or the woman is going to lead no matter what. It's just case by case.
Well, we'll see. Let's ask. Let's see if it's case by case. Brittany, are you capable of allowing a man to come in your life, lead you, and direct you, and you be okay with that? Or do you feel like, hell no, you can't tell me shit?
I feel like I agree with Kenya. Like he would have to prove himself.
Until then, you ain't going.
No.
Prove yourself in what way?
Oh, that's a good question. Go ahead, Brittany. Prove yourself in what way?
Showing me that you'll be able to provide, help me out. Yeah.
So is his money, is your money his money?
If we married, yeah.
No, not married, just y'all y'all dating, y'all moving, y'all living together, y'all in the same household. Is your money his money?
I don't know. That's a hard question.
You see? This is what I'm saying. Look, that's what I'm talking about. And I respect the honesty, the gender war. I'm trying to tell you, it's very hard for a man and a woman to get on the same page, even just as dating, trying to build a foundation.
But do men come in a situation just like what do men come in a situation for? Because I feel like with women it's like, okay, you gotta kind of prove to me that you really serious about me. Like, do y'all just go in and be like with no expectations on a woman?
I've told you this. I believe, and I've been around a lot of men who we don't have expectations. I hate to say it this way because it sounds hard. A man stands.
I do. I'm sorry. I didn't want to cut you off, but I have expectations.
Okay, well, look, Marlon. I would never say all men, but for the most part, how can you count on your fingers how many men? Let's keep it fun. Can you really count on your hands, right? And maybe you could, right, based off who you have around you. But for the most part, who I know and who I've had around me, these men ain't, include myself at one point. We ain't got no standards. It wasn't no expectations. There it was like, shit, if I meet you, I don't give a fuck if you on Section A, if you got low income, if you ain't got a car, I don't care. If you ain't got furniture in your crib, like none of that matters. It's like, if I meet you, I'm rocking with you.
Okay,
and that's how men
what's
operate.
Your standards? Because he ain't got none. So what's your standards?
I mean, of course, I'm gonna keep it simple. Let's putting the same energy that I'm putting into it. It can't be me always trying to make you happy. Like, do things that's gonna make me happy also. So it's really simple. Like, but I guess for one thing, definitely being clean the house, because I'm a neat freak myself. But I don't mind doing more. But I need you to pick up. Like, I don't like to cook. I can cook, but I don't like to cook. But I expect her picked up in cooking. So basically, it's almost the same energy as I'm putting in. It's just in certain areas, I need you to pick up a little bit more. If I'm going to be picking up a little more in this area, just that.
Right, but that's when we talked about, even a couple episodes ago, when we talked about the table aspect.
Mm-hmm.
Would you still be in a relationship with Quisha if she came to the table and said, well, you know what, I don't have a car?
No, I gave her my car.
You see, versus a woman. Look, Brittany versus a woman. I'm looking at you. If a man come to you without a car, what you come on? Let's keep it funky, Brady. What you gonna say?
Well,
No,
hey, I know that. I know that one.
Soon as you said without a car, she did her head like this.
Come on,
Yeah.
y'all know it's real. If a man
It's a different.
come to you,
It's a different set.
no,
It's a
no,
different
no, no,
list.
no. I
It's
wouldn't like.
different.
No, to be honest, I wouldn't care. As long as he was like on the track, like well, like he trying to get his shit together, not just he comfortable without having no car, he comfortable with not having no job. Then you got to move around. But if he trying to do something, make something out of himself, and he trying, I wouldn't care if he ain't had no car.
what
Like
if he
look,
living with his mama?
um,
Look, you see, when we get the
But
debate,
he got a job. But he got a job. But he got a job though. But he has a job though. But he still lives with mom, and he gonna get his
What
place.
if he ain't got a car? He live with his mama and he work at
I
McDonald's.
depends on the age range, but if you like 40 and then it's like that, I
okay,
ain't saying
that's
that
a
goes
no
for
go.
everybody, but it's like, dad, you ain't made it nowhere.
I mean,
So
but Marlon, what we trying to get at is that men, like, we don't have that many like type of standard expectations. It's like if my
no,
woman doesn't have
not
a
at
car,
all. We
that
really
doesn't
don't.
bother me. Like I'm not gonna give you the time. It's not like I'm saying I'm not gonna give you the time of day because you don't have a car. We can move past that. We can work on it. That's a materialistic thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like for women, it's more like men. You gotta have the whole pay. You gotta have your shit together to even talk. And those are the differences when we talk about those things. When we talk about the table, like you just gotta have a car. You don't have a car, don't talk to me. You ain't got the money that I think that that a man should be making. Don't talk to me. Men, like, we don't think that way. We don't even operate that kind of way. It's like if you got a little something, we can work with that. That's workable. You know what I mean? So that's what we're talking about.
So even in y'all, like majority of people in their 30s on this panel. Well, I ain't 30 yet. Y'all in y'all 30s. But so y'all mean to say in y'all 30s, y'all don't think somebody's supposed to at least have their own apartment and car and job? Isn't that like a basic necessity at 30?
It's one of those things where you take the time out, listen, get to know the person, see, is it a reason? Is there?
At my age, I don't care what the reason. No, like
I mean, did you just get out of jail? I mean, of course, it all depends on
it
the standards.
definitely no. Like what you mean?
Hey, it all depends, because hey, some people just getting out of jail, just like y'all have certain aunties that might not be seeing anybody, and you never know. I'm just saying, you just never know. Like, hey, they can't find nobody, but then somebody just so happened to be interested in them. It took a long time, but then she found out like, oh, he just got out of jail. Where do you go from there?
But
So
women
you
I mean, they could get in the second chance program by CCA shit.
look, come on, Tiffany, let them know.
I mean, Marla, I got a question for you. So if you met Quisha at, y'all just met in y'all 30s and she didn't have a house and a car, she was still living at home and she had a kid, would you be like, oh, okay, I can work with her? You'd be like, nah, I'm not even finna pursue her.
The only time I say, if we really thinking about what matters when it comes to female at the age, would be how many kids she has.
Yep, that's it.
That'd be it, honestly.
That's it. I'm
Because
trying to tell
I
you.
mean, if she got one child, something like that, that's kind of tolerable. But then so it's like, hey, I got it. I'll take care of her, and as long as she can take care of her child and whoever the other father is. But even if he's not in his life, if I decide to take on a toll, well, I mean, if let's say I love her, and then I started to get to grow and learn on the child, and he started to like me, and we bonding, then shoot, we just made a new family.
See, I'm trying to
Yeah,
tell
I
you,
better
men
men
are
than us,
simple.
because I'm not dealing with nobody in their 30s that ain't. If I was single, that don't have nothing. Like, what you been doing all this time?
But you
Okay,
said
who
Marlon
got more
already.
time? I ain't got time to waste. My
But look,
motherfucker
Marlon.
knocking on 40. I want a motherfucker that got his shit together so we can have fun, nigga. We finna be old soon.
But what's having this shit together, right? Because if we as men can accept y'all where y'all are, why can't y'all accept us where we are? Because we don't walk around saying, I need a chick. My chick got to have a 700 credit score. She got to motherfucking be in corporate. She got to have a BMW. She got to have this and that. We don't even operate like that, right?
I got a question. Is everybody on here? Everybody has a significant other? Okay, not everybody. So then,
Nope, I'm single.
Mm-mm.
What? So okay, I don't know what age y'all at.
What you
Wait,
feel?
hold on.
I got a monitor.
Wait. Whatever age y'all at right now. So if it matters, then I just want to know what kind of expectation would you have? Like you saying 40. Like what age do you start? I mean, I feel like okay, me and her we met at like what 23, and we finna be 40. Like we growing to be 40, but if you're in a relationship now, how can you complain? Like I don't know if that makes sense. I'm trying to make sense out of
Like
it.
I get what he's saying. He's saying like where are you willing to meet him at based off the fact that y'all understanding that y'all gonna build to get to
Right.
get what y'all want. Build that success up. So like where do you feel like you want to? It's okay to meet a man at.
In our 20s,
So you
and
want
then we build our way up,
to okay.
together.
So
Be in the
anything.
trenches and the struggle together. You know what I'm saying? But me just 35 out there. No, I'm not. I'm not.
So
That's
you need a man that's established already when you meet him.
Not even that can take care of himself, got his own crib, car. Yes.
okay.
I don't. I ain't trying to build it.
So where are you looking to find this man?
Hmm?
Where would you look to try to find a man like that?
I ain't looking for no man.
So he gotta come to you.
Want him to find
Right.
you?
I always, the man is the chaser. I don't chase men. I don't even be looking for men. I be mad at my business, trying to make my own money, trying to level up where I can meet the type of guy that I want to be.
What about you, Tiffany? Where do you feel like it's okay to meet a man at? Do you feel like he has to have, like Kenya and Brittany and Quisha saying and stuff, like he gotta be, he gotta have a shit together when you meet him, or are you willing to be okay with him not having a car or maybe still staying with his mama?
I mean, shit, like I was saying yesterday, when you get your shit together and you do the inner work, then that's when the abundance come.
Okay.
And so, but like far as like having a car, I feel like we both just can't not have a car because first of all, Uber and fucking Lyft is too expensive. And it's dangerous to get on the bus. I got driver's license. I had cars before in my life, so it's like sometimes people they fall off and then get back on. So it's just like people be having different situations, so you can't really judge nobody. Just that shit. Just get on your shit too.
I respect that.
But I don't just want no bum ass nigga. Like if you a bum, I feel like a bum is like having a bum ass mindset. You ain't on shit with your man. So like I said, you get your stuff together, the abundance is gonna come.
So what if he got a car, he got his own crib, but he work in the drive-through at McDonald's?
That's fine. Like you could work at McDonald's
That
and
nigga
still
got a
like be
job.
able
He
to
paying his
have
bills.
like good money management skills. There's a lot of
What's
people
up,
out here that
Mimi?
got money and just be blowing that shit. And
Okay.
ain't got nothing to show for it.
Okay. Well, Nina, you just jumped right in. So, do you feel like one? I'm gonna ask you. Do you feel like there's a gender war going on between men and women? Yeah. Do you feel like there's a gender war going on between men and women?
Hey y'all, I'm late. As y'all can
No,
see, I'm at work.
no, you good. You good.
What you mean by gender war? Like
fighting over control. Who gonna lead the relationship? Who gonna be the leader?
yeah. I mean, because nowadays majority men are little mamas.
Oh man, damn! She came in swinging.
Sorry. And I simply say that because a lot of men nowadays, they don't take a lot of accountability. The women are the head of the households majority of the time now. We are the breadwinners. The roles have tremendously changed when it came to finances. And I also feel like when it comes to relationships, a lot of the men now want to be the ones who are being chased and want to be, they, like I said, come off like little mamas. And so now a lot of the women nowadays, we are more masculine than we are feminine. You know what I'm saying? So now we calling y'all bro and calling y'all bitches, you know what I'm saying? Versus the other way around, where it is that men are like, nah, damn it, I deserve my respect. And it's kind of like, I can't give you respect if you act more like you on your menstrual than I do. Because y'all emotions, not all of y'all, I'm just saying certain men's emotions are more up and down than ours is. So here we are, we going through our own internal shit. Now we got to deal with y'all too. Y'all supposed to be our backbones, and here it is, y'all causing more issues in the household more than the kids is. Come on now.
Ooh, she
But
talking.
Nene, let me ask. So, if you meet a man, right? You meet a man, and he's everything that you wanted, right? And he said he wants to have a family with you. Would you be
Can't hear
willing
y'all no.
to adjust?
Can you hear? Can you hear?
Would you be willing to adjust, like whatever your position is that you're working to have a family with that man?
Marlon, can you hear?
I mean,
I can't hear
absolutely,
y'all no
because
more.
even
It's
though
because
you may
somebody started
want,
calling.
oh,
I don't know if
Go
y'all can
out.
hear me. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, go out and come back in.
I mean,
My
you're
bad if
never
I'm
gonna get.
interrupting, but
Uh,
I turned
It's
the mic
hold
okay.
on where
on,
I can
Nene.
hear y'all.
Okay.
Can you
So I
hear us?
got I'll wait for Quisha to come.
Uh, well, if you can hear me, go out and come back in. I don't think you can hear it. Go ahead, Nene.
Can't hear you because I couldn't
Um,
hear you when I got a call.
what was I saying? Oh, I just kind of feel like you're never gonna get the total package. I mean, yes, us women and men too. We want what we want. We might write that list down, but not everybody's gonna cross off onto your list. Now, when it comes to a family, I don't think a lot of people nowadays are asking the right questions when it comes to birthing who you birth with, when it comes to things of that sort of nature. Now, as far as allowing myself to let my guard down in any form or fashion, I'm willing to submit to a man who's submissive that I can be submissive to. But I don't need nobody, because a lot of men, like I said, they don't know where they're going. Yeah, some men are still trying to figure out their career, their money management skills. Some people are still trying to figure out a lot more other things mentally and everything else. And here we are, some of us women are already there. You know, some of us are already going to counseling. Some of us are already in our careers, and we actually reaching for a lot more. And the men are
But I'm,
like, oh, I'm trying to play
but that's the
catch up.
thing. The man that comes into your life, he's everything that you wanted, right? But he's just saying, hey, baby, can you the the masculinity that I seen that you shown, right? You can let that down now, because now I want to be able. Would you be willing to let some of that down so that we
Oh,
can have a family?
absolutely.
And I
Trust
prove
me.
that.
Trust me, I never in my life want to be a man. I can't do it. I don't want to change no tire. I don't want to put gas in my own car. I don't even want to take my car to get an oil change. I don't want to do shit. I want to get my nails done every 2 weeks, get my hair done every 2 weeks if I can. I want to bear the children. I don't mind cooking. I want to sweep. I want to mop. Don't come in my kitchen when I'm cooking. Go ahead and sit down and watch your game. Play your game. I don't give a damn. I want to be more feminine. I
Hmm.
would love to be more feminine, but because now I'm a single mother, I'm chasing my own further career. I have my own money. I know what I'm bringing to the table. You know what I'm saying? Okay, thank you for feeling me.
So,
Tell me
so,
about no, just
so in essence, men have really dropped the ball in this day and age. Men have really dropped the ball,
um.
and women they have to go out and get a career.
I
That's
wouldn't
what
say
you're saying. They have to.
I kind of feel like after COVID, a lot of things has changed because money was always in reachable standards.
Right.
People was coming out with the PP loan and everything else, and now even in my career, now everybody want to become a nurse.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, can you say that too? That's crazy. Yep.
Everybody wanted to
Yep.
become a nurse. But before nursing was always hard to get into nursing school. It was hard to even do anything involved in nursing. But now they got these loans, and the school's not making it more difficult. But then when you got these nurses who are in these hospitals or nursing homes and they incompetent, let's reverse back the roles and find out what happened.
Yeah.
Damn,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
crazy. So let me ask you this, then, Nene. Like I asked Tiffany and Brittany, if you meet a man, he might not have a car, but all I know, I'm gonna say he do got a car. He got a crib, but he worked in the drive-through at McDonald's. Is he worthy of being your man? Did you hear that, Nene?
If he worked in Taco Bell or a
If he
fast
worked
food
at
restaurant,
McDonald's in the drive line, but he got a
we
car, he got his own crib.
we all start from the bottom. It's either I'm going to be the assistance for you. Is it the quality or quantity? Is either I'm going to help you or I'm going to be that Tamarin for you.
Or would you drop? No, would you drop your masculinity for a man that got a car? He's a good man, got a car, he got his own crib, but he works at
Exactly.
McDonald's.
He's a good man. His career has nothing to do with anything.
Okay, okay.
He's a good man. And I'm just saying, for me, if I wasn't a nurse, but I was a bitch and I'm hard to talk to, guess what? You think a man gives a shit about me being a nurse?
No.
Let's just really think about it, because you would think, come upon a nurse, you'd be like, oh, she's sweet, you know, she know how to handle things, you know what I'm saying, she does this, but then when you get to know her now, nah, bro, da-da-da-da-da, fuck you, and da-da-da, you know what I'm saying? You'd be like, damn, how did you even talk to my nurse? Because if you're talking to me like that, how you talking to your patient?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but what you're saying, that makes it that sounds so significant, because as I observed, that's basically saying that women have to do and have to take on these masculinity roles because men don't want to step up and take the masculine roles that they should have been taking, and now women are forced to do that. And because you're forced to do that, and you've been so ingratiated into that, it's hard to come down to be more feminine now.
Yeah, and I feel like with a lot of us women, especially for us who have children and we got boys in the house and we are raising them alone. For me, I can only speak for me. It is so hard for me to balance it out because I have a son and I have a daughter. So people might say, oh, you treat them differently. But for my son, I can't raise my son to be a man. I can try to raise him to show him what it's like to be a gentleman and how to treat women. But I can't raise him to be a man. I can't show him how to change a tire and this, that, and the fourth. That's only for a man to do. And that man at one point in my son's life was actually my grandfather. It was not his father. So I can't sit down and watch football games with my son and explain football because, goddamn it, I don't even know how to explain football. I just know you just grab the ball and people throw it between the other man's legs. That's all I can tell you.
Right.
Now, baby, if you want to learn how to play double dutch, hopscotch, you know, braid hair, baby, I'm your girl. But I can't teach you that.
That's just so profound. That's really profound. How and if what you're saying is true, then basically there are some women who are willing to let their guard down. There are some women who are willing to give up those positions if the man steps up.
A lot of women want to be women. If you really think about it, it's in us. We are just normal. We are born to be nurturers. And once that woman becomes a mother and the way she nurtures their children and this, that, and that, we just natural nurturers. But sometimes you can't nurture no man. Because some of these men nowadays, their grandmother done either passed, or they never had a mother, or they just never had a good example as far as what a woman is like within a household. So now they always turn to a man to help them become a man, but then they don't know that love side. So a lot of men nowadays are they're not raised upon love. They found it through something else. They're not raised upon love. They don't know what love is like. So trying to give them a hug, like some men are afraid to cry in front of a woman. Or you ask a man what's wrong, they be like, nothing. I'm good. I got it. I can handle it. But they don't know how to let their guard down because no woman probably was there to say, baby, just sit and talk to me. Let me hold your hand. Let me pray with you. Let me pray over you. They don't know what that's like.
Right.
I'm gonna have to disagree with that. I don't think a lot of women know how to be women. I think that's the problem. I feel like it's too many women that know how to be men. Like women think that a man is basically the one that provide and protect. If you ask all women, they're gonna say a man is someone that provide and protect. And now, since a lot of women has taken on that providing role, they didn't kind of forgot how to be a woman because they probably was raised by women that was single parents. They never probably had a actual man in the home. So I do feel like it's a lot of women that don't truly know how to be women or feminine at all.
Yeah, and that's what. But see, look, this is a good conversation because this way, this again, this gender war is happening, and this is the reasons why. Let me ask Marlon. Let me ask you this: are you afraid to cry in front of Quisha?
It depends on what it's about. But that's a hard question for me because I ain't gonna lie. You know, growing up, I used to, get beaten. I used to get beaten by my mom and stuff like that. So I used to cry so much, and I got to a point when I kind of stopped. It was like I don't know how to cry no more. So Quisha always kind of wondered, like, hey, you be so vulnerable. You can talk. You can do this when you down, but I don't ever see you cry. I don't know how. Like even when my father passed or somebody close to me, I had to kind of try to make myself cry just to feel that, that little insecure part. Maybe not insecure, but like kind of down. You want to feel it no more, other than just always being strong being taught how to be strong and not knowing how to be soft sometimes. So that's kind of that's I guess it all depends on everybody's past too. So
yeah, I guess you got to point that because shit, I find it hard to cry. I've done it, but I remember one time I called myself trying to cry in front of a kid, and I was fighting it back. And you know how somebody crying like a baby and hold you in their arms, and so she did that. I started. I'm good. Get up, girl. I'm good. I'm good. Get up off me. So I guess you're right. You like you can't cry. I don't know. It's weird, man. I don't know, guys. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Let's jump to the next video though. What y'all think? This is another part of the gender war. Listen to this.
Don't you damn right out their mouth. Kill, rape, I don't give a fuck, sex and food. I don't care what they say. This is a woman with no man though. Don't you talk to them women with a man. Talk to me about a woman who been married 30, 40 years and let her tell me about her man, because she can't tell me about our man. Let me tell me about the men that you chose, the men that you had. Don't tell me about the men you didn't have, because you don't know those men. Because if all men were the same, all men will be doing the same. Okay. Some niggas fucking some punks. All right, so there's a lot of niggas ain't taking no dick. If some nigga beat women, if some nigga won't dare touch a woman. If some niggas say bitch, and if some niggas say, hey, homie, don't say there's women in the room. So we're all different. Yeah, we have the same chromosomes, makeup, all that, homie, but our environments, how we raise, supersede all that shit. Because once you develop a conscience, once you learn right from wrong and you got a conscience, homie, I wouldn't give a fuck what turn you on, you wouldn't do it. I wouldn't give a fuck how horny you is, you ain't gonna cheat on your wife. When you develop that, you fight against your nature. You deny yourself. That's where fasting and praying come in at. You develop coping skills. You develop critical thinking skills, conflict skills to supersede.
So the question is, why are all men are looked at as the same in a lot of women's eyes, right? We are not the same. But yet, this argument within this gender war is all men are the same. We are some bums, some low down dirty dogs, lazy, all type of shit, right? Why are we why are all men put in one box, right? Why aren't the women being blamed for who they picking, who they choosing to be with? Why is it the man's fault? Look at Brittany. Look at Brittany.
Because niggas be lying. They put on a camouflage.
But is that the man's fault?
Yeah.
Why? Who said that?
If they lying,
Didn't he make a video saying he be cheating on his wife?
He ain't really cheating. I don't know if he cheated on his wife, but I don't think he.
That's why we don't trust him. He up there preaching and shit, but he cheating on his wife. He ain't shit either.
niggas be sneaky and they all cheat, even though he may not be physically, but what's the word for it? They're not physically cheating, but
Emotionally.
Visualizing, that's part of cheating. All that.
Visualizing, dreaming, all that.
Okay.
Come on. Visualizing and dreaming. Y'all funny. So
how you know all that though?
Right. How you know I'm dreaming of somebody, right? How you know I'm dreaming of Rihanna?
That's a huge hasty generalization right there.
People that say that they guilty of themselves.
Yeah, Marlon, they guilty. You say what, Queen?
I said no dream should have you laughing, smirking, smiling in no fucking sleep. You dream about that bitch and you gonna get slapped out your sleep.
Oh my God. So let me ask you. So we'll start with Tiffany. So you believe, Tiffany, do you believe there is no good man out here at all? That all men
I wouldn't say that. No, I don't believe in that.
Do you believe
all men
out here?
All of them ain't the same. You got some good men. You got some good men out here.
Okay. Go ahead, Marlon. What you gonna say?
If y'all left out cheating, would y'all consider more men to be better?
I mean,
if you didn't think about cheating at all.
Sometimes cheating don't even be the problem. It can be other shit. He ain't got to cheat. It can be some other shit.
Like what?
Entertaining the bitch, liking the post.
Oh my God!
It's like the way like the way he handles situations in the house, the way he talk to you. If something go bad, it can be any kind of thing other than cheating.
But what
He
what
can
if
be
you're
he can be lousy as a daddy and a husband.
but what if he talk the way he talked to you the way you talk to him?
Now, see, that's a problem on both ends.
But I'm just saying, what if he talked to you the way you talk to him? What if he treats you the way you treat him? Is he still a no good ass nigga?
I couldn't answer that because I won't do that.
But I'm saying a lot of women a lot of men and women are treating each other the same. So, but yet a woman still would say he a no good ass dude. He ain't shit. Women cheat.
She gotta take accountability of what she doing too. And then maybe y'all can sit down and talk and work that shit out. But if you sit up here playing a victim and you know damn well that you treating the fuck out of him too, and that's his reaction, then it's some fucked up shit going on.
Yeah.
I got a question.
Go ahead, Mark.
On top of that, so out of all the females that's on here right now, do y'all feel like y'all take accountability?
That's a good question. Oh, I like that. Oh,
I take some.
Once they all lie and say yeah, all
I want to see how honest y'all are. Sometimes, but I wouldn't know, and I know I fucked up. Nigga ain't do shit. I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Yeah, that's realistic right there. That's being real.
Brittany,
who else?
Accountability?
Oh, what?
Oh,
Lord. Next one. Next.
I don't know what you talking about. What? We know. What about you, Tiffany? Right? Are you taking accountability?
It depends on how I feel.
What the Do y'all hear them, gentlemen?
No, but I'm the opposite. If I fucked up, then hell yeah, I feel bad as fuck telling myself, but I'll tell you later. But I'm gonna tell myself first.
What?
More like when you gonna get caught red-handed.
That's crazy.
But to real talk, I just treat people the way I wish to be treated. Like if I don't want nobody cheating on me, I ain't gonna cheat on that motherfucker. If he gonna be loyal, I'm gonna be loyal. But if you giving all your loyalty and you don't see it in the other person, then that's yeah. But.
Do you feel like do you feel like it's right for a lot of women to belittle men? Do you feel like it's right?
If they deserve it.
So, and your definition of deserve is what? Cheating, right? Cheating, is that one of them?
Treating you like shit, cheating on you, disrespect, all the above.
Who gave her a thumbs up? I'm just curious.
Somebody likes you. Somebody like what you said. I don't know who did it. Somebody like what you said, Brittany. It got to be on. It's on Facebook. I don't know who did it, but somebody's like, "Yep." So you say all of that, huh?
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. What about you? Can you take accountability?
I do sometimes. It depends on, because I know sometimes you ain't fair. If I know you gonna try to rub it in my face, I ain't owning that. Nah.
She won't even say sorry.
Because sometimes I don't be sorry, so that I can't take accountability for something that I just don't agree with.
Right. So, what she agree with? Do you hear that? She has to agree with it.
I said sometimes. Depends.
Even though, me and my wife, even though she knows she's wrong about something, I can't give the apology, but I will come home to like something letting me know that you're sorry.
But she won't say it. She won't say it.
She won't say it though.
That is crazy.
But see, that's action though. But that's action.
But I don't like that. Like if you knew you was wrong, just say that you sorry.
Exactly.
Don't come in here cooking all day. You want some knowing that's my favorite shit. But no, just say you sorry. Just say you sorry. You ain't gotta do that. I don't like that. Just say you sorry.
They said action is louder than words.
Yeah, but no, that shit don't work. No, King, don't you do that.
I want to hear it.
I fucking can't. I pissed King out so bad one time. I cooked her some steak. That motherfucker she was eating the steak, still mad. You only cooked this shit because you fucked up. What type of? You don't. What?
Now, if you would have said sorry and cooked the steak, then look, everything would have been all good.
But men take more accountability than women.
Yeah.
We will say sorry even when we know we ain't wrong. We still say sorry to y'all ass.
You're right.
We can be dead ass right. and we still be like, "Well, I'm sorry."
You gotta keep the peace.
What?
You gotta keep the peace.
Man.
I'm
Y'all,
like, I'll tell him I'm sorry, but I'm like, you know, you're wrong though.
he telling you know you're wrong.
You know you was wrong, but I'm sorry.
That's fucked up. Nene, do you apologize? Can you take accountability? I know you're a little busy.
Yeah, I apologize. I don't like it though.
Oh
But
my God. What is?
I apologize to keep the peace. I say that because growing up in a family household where my parents used to beat each other ass, nobody ever once said I'm sorry. It was always you did this to me and you stole this from me, and it was always you this, and it was always a tussle. And so emotionally, it just never worked out. So just apologize. Even if you felt like you went wrong, just apologize to go to sleep with some peace at night. Because who wants to be at home when there's no peace?
Yeah, that's true.
That's a good mindset you got.
Yeah. I don't like apologizing sometimes. It crawls my skin, Jesus. But if I want to keep some peace in my house, I'm apologize.
Okay. So do y'all respect men? Let me ask before we move to the next video. Do women respect men?
Do men respect themselves sometimes?
No, you can't twist the question up. That this is on y'all.
My
Do
bad.
women respect men? Do you?
I think these questions is for the fuck niggas because real men get respect. Real men get respect. These goofy ass niggas, they don't get no respect.
I don't see real men.
They get the boot and the fucking dough set on their ass.
But I don't see real men getting respect either. I mean, if I be honest with you, Tiffany, I don't see it. I see all men getting treated because it might not be necessarily y'all on the panel, but a lot of women out here are not respecting men at all, whether he's good or bad. Like we're being grouped in one box and looked at as you all you niggas ain't shit. And now it's to a point where because of that, women are again with the like you said, with y'all degrees and y'all job and y'all own cribs and all that, y'all saying fuck you niggas. Fuck you niggas. Like roles have switched, like Nene said. It's more like y'all the man and we men are the women now. It's like shit, y'all be like shit. I get up with you when I get up with you, nigga. Fuck you.
I run into one of those problems where in the beginning, getting to the level we at, I want to say 10, okay, like maybe like 5 to 6 years in, I wasn't really getting the respect. So I had to like kind of demand it and show why you need to respect me. But so it's like I ain't talking about in a physical way or nothing like that, but like getting out there, getting the money, paying the bills when I need to and stuff like that, kind of showing her like, I don't know her background a little bit. Her mom is a single mother, so she probably had a lot of dealings with her father. So she grew up like men ain't really shit. So I showed her like we are something, and even though she still have this lifestyle where she feel like she can't give it to me, but I know it's there. But but then come at the time where we're getting to it or something like that. Just say she's financially good right now, and I'm down right now. Like in the wintertime, I'm usually down. So her finances become more than mine, and it's like now you're trying to make me feel like I'm the little person. So I guess it's a back and forth sometimes, not all the time, but usually. I think when it comes to money, that plays a biggest role.
That was a good way to put that.
Damn, she make you go to bed at 9:00?
No,
I'm just playing.
No, ain't like that.
Yo, I'm trying to tell you, Kenyan people's mama and sister and them used to literally talk about the fact that Kenya make me go to bed at 9:00 at night. No bullshit. They used to be like,
well, we all was. We all
look. Where he at in the bed? Can you make him go to bed? What is bullshit? That's not true.
Can you put that on that baby? You need to go to bed 9:00. No later.
That's crazy.
Whole house shut down 9:00. Everybody,
y'all funny as hell.
Y'all in respective places.
Y'all petty for that. Let's get to this next video.
What I say is what goes.
Not that one.
Graduation, equal group of white girls who are sitting at their graduation engaged. And the question came up, well, why is there not the reality for black women? I know y'all not gonna like what I gotta say, but you know me, I'm gonna say it anyways. First and foremost, black women are above reproach. If it don't validate us or excuse our bad behavior, we don't want to hear it. Instead, we'll say, well, men do it too. Secondly, we'll find every excuse in the world to validate why we don't want to be married or why we don't want to be in a relationship. Well, they get cheated on. Well, they do this. Well, they do that. But then we have all these standards for men, and we're still actively seeking for men in the midst of our hurt while inadvertently telling them to go to therapy. We do not practice what we preach. Thirdly, the independent woman is a myth. Actually cared about being independent and it was something that made you happy, you would not have all these standards to negate your independence. Nobody wants to relinquish power. You'll find every excuse.
So did y'all get that, or do you want me to play it over? So this is what we talking about, right? The gender war of, like she said, women not want to relinquish that power, right? Once they get they own everything, it's like it's looked at as I got power now. So again, who needs you? Why do I need you? Right? Why do I need you? Outside of you giving me some penis, what the fuck do I need you for? You're no good. So what are your thoughts on that? I'm gonna start with you, Quita. Do you feel like because you got a job that now it's like, yeah, Marcus, you can't tell me shit now. Like what? And be honest, do you feel like
No, he still tell me what the fuck to do. But I don't say it's my money. You can't I don't do that. He still tell me what the fuck to do. Like, hey, you need to start saving, cool down. You shop too much shit like that because I start shopping now.
you listen?
But yeah, I listen. Like that's just what it is. But I feel like because we only see our culture, it's always, you know what I'm saying? We don't know what's happening in the white people culture because we're not white. We don't hang around a lot of white folks and they cribs and shit like that. And it's like always blame between white and black. But I feel like they the same. I feel like it's the same. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like it's no different at all. Because I've seen a couple of white people act and treat they men like black people do.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I feel like the saying is that the a white woman gives her husband way more respect, gives her dude way more respect. Doesn't
I don't, because I was in the store the other day and a white woman was treating her husband in public and the first thing he says, who the hell you think you talking to? So that's why I say it's the same. Like you piss somebody off or shit like that, we all gonna disrespect each other at the end of the day.
But why is this independency thing so? Let me ask this: why is this independency thing so important to y'all? Like, let's get to understand, right? What you say? You say something, Marlon?
My bad. I was talking to
why is this independency so important to y'all? Let me start with you. I'm gonna go with you, Brittany. Why do you feel like independency is so important? I mean, to the point where, well, let me ask you this. Even because I'll say this, I don't know if you have that mindset,
Hey,
right?
y'all, my mama want to chime in. What's the question?
Why is independency so important to a woman? Why is her having her own over a man so important to the point where she starts to feel like I don't need you, I don't have to listen to you, and I don't need you? So we'll start with why is independence so important to a woman?
Independence is not so important to a woman. As a woman, you have to live your life as if that person that you're with, you have to depend on them sometimes, but you also have to live life as if that person that you're with, nothing is promised, anything could change and they could leave you. So therefore, as a woman, you want to have yourself established. So if that person decides to walk out of your life, or if that person died or whatever, you can hold your own. So it's not so much as being independent, it's so much as being established. And it also depends on the age group as well. So you have to look at it and categorize it as age groups. Some young women feel like they independent, they don't need a man. Older women, we feel like, okay, we got this man, he established, but if he decides to leave me, I got to have something to stand. I don't know if he died, because nobody gonna live forever. If he died, then I have to have a leg to stand on. I just can't be out here with nothing. So it's not so much as independence that's being important It's about establishing yourself.
And she correct. She correct on that. That's what was scaring me. That's what made me get up and say, you know what, I cannot just sit here forever, because I kept telling him like life is not promised. So it's like if you leave, you know what I'm saying? I don't have no income coming in. It's like, what the fuck I'm gonna do? You know? How I'm gonna take care of my kids? How many of my kids is going to live? You know what I'm saying? Not even that, like jobs not promised. Like if motherfuckers getting laid off left to right because of the economy. You know what I'm saying? How am I supposed to back you up if I'm not standing 10 toes down? You see? So it's like either way it go, like you gonna always have to, it ain't it's just the mindset of a grown ass person, for real. And that's something that you have to do.
So you believe that so y'all believe man and woman can, you could, well, I'm gonna say this. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it like that. You believe that a man and woman can work together. They can actually come together and really, really, really be a team. Really, really build something together. Do you believe that? Do y'all believe that?
Yes, I believe that.
Okay.
Teamwork make the dream work.
But let me ask you this: even because you mentioned older women, but a lot of older males will say that they don't like to date older women because they stuck in their ways, and they don't establish women, right? If you got your own, I don't want to. A lot of older men say I don't want to date her or date that person because you can't tell her anything. She's stuck in her ways. She's not gonna change up her thoughts or her outlooks on what she been doing. So there's no reason for me to come in her life and be with her because she ain't listening to me.
Exactly. They want a motherfucker to control. The reason why they want these little girls so they can build them into what they want them little kids to be built to. You see what I'm saying? When them kids don't have a mother or a father in their life, they run to them older men. You see what I'm saying? And them older men, they swoop them in and take control of them.
Yep.
So let me ask you this. The video also said it also showed that white women are more receptive and open to getting married younger. At 18, 19, why do you feel like a lot of, versus not all, I would never say all black women, but there is a handful of black women that be like, I don't want to get married. I'm too young to get married. I still got to live my life. Why do you think that is right?
Because that's based off they family. They white people be like, oh, my dream is to get married and all that. That's what they base shit off of. We in fucking reality. You see what I'm saying? Shit don't go always go as planned as what it seemed like. I watched a video yesterday on TikTok of this girl. She was in high school and she did a video saying that I'm a marry a rich man and live a rich fancy life and have like 5 kids. And then she did an update video where she like, yeah, I found the man of my dreams, but he wasn't rich. I didn't marry rich. I didn't come to be rich. And she just had a baby. You see what I'm saying? And they was in the comments like, technically you're rich because you found a man of your dreams and you had a baby. So that's your rich life right there. You see what I'm saying? White people just they have this fantasy and they think and they just build off dreams. That's what they do.
I don't agree with that. I feel like the difference is that the black community don't value family no more. Because let's be real here, you don't really supposed to have a family. The way you're gonna have a successful family if you kind of start with that foundation of a marriage and you build it from there. In our community, we feel as if it's okay to be baby mamas, baby daddies, and we just gonna go from there and figure it out versus having a foundation to stand on where this the person I love and we're gonna build from there. We look at it as, oh, we gonna have this baby. If he leave, oh well, and that's it. Versus them, they looking at it. If you actually get married and have this man and y'all both take up responsibility up front, it's more than likely will be successful in the future versus us. We don't have no type of responsibility. We just out here willy-nilly and whatever we do, we just gonna kind of go with the flow versus them. It's kind of a plan.
So do you feel like, let me ask you, Brittany, did you want to be married or are you married? Did you want, and if you're not, did you want to be married at 18, 19 years old?
Did I want to be married at 18, 19?
or coming out of college, or even while in college. You see what I'm saying? Like just basically from, I'm gonna say 18, I'm gonna say 19 to 25. Did you have the mindset where I want to be married, I want a husband, or was it like did you have that mindset? I'm too young for that. I ain't got time for that. I gotta live my life.
To be honest, to be like 100 with y'all, like I ain't care about no marriage. I didn't think about it. I ain't never I ain't care about, like, all my other friends cared about it, but I didn't care. I had bad experience just observing other people being married. And I
Mm,
always told myself as a little girl, like, if I get married, I'm probably gonna have to settle or tolerate this shit. You know what I'm saying? Or
mm.
just cause such and such bringing this money, they tolerating the disrespect, the cheat. Like I didn't really care for it.
So you got a bad view of what
Everyone,
marriage.
everyone. I never seen a successful marriage only on fucking television, and we all know television isn't real.
Mm, that's crazy. We were talking about this yesterday on Kenya podcast,
Yes,
right?
we was significant. It's significant. Yeah.
But see, what's your thoughts on that, Kenya? Right? Because this is what we were talking about, right? Women having seeing viewing or having experience of viewing or hearing marriages are horrible and bad, and married women are really unhappy, and they're faking like they are happy, but they're really not. What are your thoughts?
I
Oh, go ahead.
think it's just false.
Man, whichever one of y'all.
I got something to say about it,
Go
just a
ahead.
little bit. I think growing up, I don't know what generation you want to say, but I guess I want to say my generation maybe. Um, a lot of our women grew up thinking about fairy tales more so. It comes from like the Cinderella stories or like all the movies that we used to watch as kids because they really only had really white like Cinderella movies and princesses. If you think about all those princess movies that we watch, and that's all we grew up on. So growing up now, I'm starting to feel like this is what life is supposed to be like. But we never really knew as being young that we really didn't know what marriage was. If you ask me, honestly, I didn't know what marriage was. Even though my mom or dad did get married, but I didn't know what it was. I just thought that was just two people that's taking care of me. So
That's interesting. So you think the lack of knowledge, the lack of showing or seeing it is the reason we are failed. Well, the reason why marriages are at an all time low right now. Why so many people are just like, I don't want to get married because either it wasn't taught to us, either we didn't see it, or again, we heard bad shit. So
I was gonna say for me, it was more so because I've never really been around growing up a marriage that was ideal or successful or the Huxtables. For me, it was more so I know what I seen, and I now I know what I don't want or whatever. I want something different or opposite. Like, yeah, I grew up in a single parent home, so I didn't want that or whatever. I wanted the opposite of what I saw or was exposed to make my own way.
okay, so you didn't let what the lack of stop you or deter you.
Now it motivated me to do different and to be better and you know um, not to be a product of my environment or what I've been exposed or seen. I just know what not to do and what I want. And then
But
one
see,
thing,
marriage is, again, we talked about this yesterday. Marriage seems to be scary for a lot of folks. It's folks look at it and say, I would rather raise a kid with you at 18 years old, even like co-parenting, raising a kid with you for 18 years than to be locked down with you with a piece of paper. It's like so I can't understand the concept of that. Why are
I
women
don't
more,
know. I
or
think
males?
that
Why males and women are more like not less scared of being co-parents for 18 years and not be together versus being together married?
I think it's a defense mechanism. I feel like they say that because they scared to actually do it and experience it or to get their heart broken, or now I'm legally finna get my heart broken or something. I feel like it's a defense mechanism. So, because you don't want to do it and your subconscious is telling you, this is scary, you're going to do this and that. Now I'm finna be negative about it and I'm going to say it out loud and I'm going to make myself believe this ain't what I really want, in my opinion, because you don't really know until you go through it or whatever. Everybody experiences ain't your experience. So until you experience it yourself, I just feel like it's a defense and coping mechanism and an excuse to not want to, venture off into it.
So
Yeah,
Quisha, what are your thoughts when we talked about I don't know if you heard Kenya's podcast yesterday, and we talked in one of the questions that she posed was are relationships worth having? Is marriage the goal anymore? And my synopsis was the relationship is always worth having if that man is willing to take that next step and actually propose to that woman. Yes, that relationship is going to be worth it. But if that man doesn't want to be married and he knows if he wants to be married or not, and he strings that woman along, then that relationship is not worth having. And then we talked about that yesterday, because when Kenya asked that question, I thought it was significant, because the relationship is not worth it if marriage is not the end goal for that man. And so if that man doesn't take that initiative step, then the relationship is not worth it.
I agree. I think people mind frames are different when you're 20 something versus, our mind frames now. But, when you're in a relationship or whatever, it should always be the end goal, because ain't nobody got time to waste nobody's time. I'm not, trying to waste yours. I'm not trying to waste mine. And it's crushing when you have to start all over again. You've been in this relationship for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years, and just, if the end goal ain't marriage, like what we doing, you're just on like this toxic roller coaster or something like that you can't get off of. And so
women all are dying to ask me out. So when we gonna get married? When you gonna put? And men, they get comfortable with that and not wanting to really get married. So that's why I think when she posed that question, it's like he got a pretty good grasp of what he wants. Like if he wants to get married or not, he already knew that. And if he's 6 years in a relationship and he still hasn't proposed, then that's the sign that's telling you that he don't want to get married. So is that relationship really worth having? You know what I mean?
Well, we were, and like I said, I think age plays a big difference, because the way that we think now and at this stage of our life is different from 20 something, because we were together for 7 years before we actually got married. And to be honest with you, I think I heard y'all touching on this. I always knew I wanted to get married. I always knew I wanted a family. I had this vision in my head of what I wanted. But at the age of 20 or 21, 22, 23, it wasn't something that was in the forefront, and my forefront was, finishing school, yeah, we're dating, we're establishing, we're building something, but it was never no pressure on my end or whatever. And I heard you guys talking about this because, like, in different cultures, you're kind of groomed to think this way. But to be honest, it wasn't that I didn't want it, but it was not in my forefront and it was not my focus. And even when he proposed, I didn't know it was even coming. Like, I had no clue, it just happened or whatever. But it's crazy because it just wasn't. Now, when I got closer to like 27, 28, I had this thing in my head like, oh my God, am I supposed to be married by 30? Then I started to feel a little pressure, but it was never no pressure for me on, pressuring him. But I just think it just wasn't in my forefront. I don't know why.
It felt like it.
No, it did not feel. You gonna tell that lie.
So it felt like.
My mama probably pressured him.
Right.
Yeah, but it's like, but it's up to that man though. But like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if that man, and he knows within a year's time or 2 years' time that this is the woman I want to be with, I'm gonna propose to her. But if he strings her along all these years with no ring, he already had his mind made up by year 3.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna marry you.
So do y'all feel like men gotta step? So in other words, you just feel like men gotta, men gotta do better. Like step it up. And kind of like what Kinga said, kind of like earlier when she said prove. Like you gotta prove that you ready and that you ready to step up. If you want me to be vulnerable, if you want me to be feminine, if you want me to allow you to lead, you feel like that's just what it is. Even for you to say yes to marriage, he gotta kind of like step up and prove it. Do y'all feel like that?
I mean,
Yeah.
I think so. I feel like men got access to marriage. So if you really serious about this woman and you want to be with this person, then it's up to that man to take the step. But also, I don't know, it's just weird because it's like, so what do a woman supposed to do in the meantime? Because it's like,
But wouldn't a divorce be worse than a relationship breakup?
That's a good question,
And
Brittany.
then
Would
when
it?
you get married and now you ain't married no more, so now you in a baby mama group now.
No, see, no. Well, we talked about that before too, right? Are you really going back to being the baby mama if you more so would be a ex-wife?
Oh.
You don't go back to being the baby mama. And I'm not saying that's even like, because I'm pretty sure you don't want to be an ex-wife, right? You don't, as much as you don't want to probably be a baby mama, you don't want to be an ex-wife either. But I think that is something we did talk about where it's like you don't necessarily go back to being a baby mama if you was to get a divorce. You just will be an ex-wife.
but I think when it comes to a marriage or even a divorce, it's harder to just get divorced than it is to leave a relationship. So it's a lot of work that you got to do in order to just leave a marriage.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
This can go both ways, but just say if you get into a marriage, of course you gotta work to that, but just say you get to the point when marriage is there, and then after a while, 2 years, 3 years go past maybe, and then you start to see this is not really what I thought it was going to be. What do y'all do then? Like maybe, for example, it might be things that you kind of expected. Like it can go both ways. You might even expect some. It might be something you expect a man to do. It might be something you expect your wife to do as a wife. If you're not getting those things, where do you go from there?
That's a good question. What you think, Kenyon? See, or Nene, you one of y'all? What
Now,
y'all can
but
ask?
that's why I was always thinking like because when you get married, people be thinking that's why I say it's like a fairy tale thing because people be thinking like, oh, my husband gonna do this, my husband gonna do that, but it's or a wife, and then as soon as you get married, it ain't how you expect it to be. You see what I'm saying? Some people be like just like some men will just marry just to shut that person up. And then when they do get married, they be like, they learn in that marriage, like, okay, this is where I want to be. I'm really kind of liking this marriage life. And then some men be like, oh shit, I just married her. And then when they get to really know that person, be like, oh no, this shit ain't for me. I'm good.
And
It's
what
time
if you
for a
turn
divorce.
and then what if you turn 50, 60 and you old and wrinkly and
Right.
now they looking at Miss 23
Right.
25-year-old
That's why I said
and want
it's
to
a fairy
become
tale.
somebody's sugar daddy. Then what?
But I
You
mean,
know,
when we sit there and talk about marriage, I feel like people expected that it's gonna be easy. It's just like any other relationship. Ain't no relationship ever will be easy. It takes two, and you have to grow within a relationship. You got to communicate. If somebody have a problem with something, that's when y'all come to the table and figure it out. I feel like with marriage, it just seems like people have this expectation that it's just supposed to be perfect, and you supposed to be the person I wanted you to be. And it's like that's just not realistic in no aspect of life.
Well, I know,
that's what
like
we.
back in the day, the older couples, like the women, like my grandmother, like they were married, but like the men used to cheat on them and have other families and
Right.
shit.
I heard that shit too. Like
Mm,
this one old lady was like, I married this. The girl was asking her grandma, like, yeah, do you really love your husband? And she was like, no. And the
mm,
granddaughter was like, why? And she was like,
Hmm.
because I married him, but he still had other females on the side. You see
And
what
she
I'm
said
saying?
she didn't care that he cheated because he paid
Yeah.
all the bills.
But guess
Right.
what?
You see what I'm saying?
It's other examples too. I feel like we always, when it comes to marriage, we always bring up the bad examples. But it is other examples where you got, oh, my husband treated me like a queen my whole marriage. I never worked. I never did this. We went on dates every week. I feel like everybody, when it comes to marriage, we always bring up the bad examples when it's a lot of good examples out there.
So I be feeling like when people say that, like you basically just settling for, he gonna cheat, he gonna do this. So you basically saying it's okay, long as you take me out. I don't know about the other woman. Like I just feel
But
like
no, I'm not. I didn't say that. And
no, I'm
those
not
good
talking about you.
examples.
I'm talking about like just
Yeah, that's just
But I'm
Yeah,
saying
I
for
get
a
what
it's
I get
motherfucker.
what
that's not
you're
in
saying,
every
buddy. I
example
get
Yeah,
though.
but that's
I
just like a motherfucker saying stay out your business. Like I could tell you and RJ and y'all on the panel right now, like my husband treat me like the queen I am. He worship the ground I fucking walk on. But then behind closed doors, it's totally fucking different. I'm just giving you a fucking fairy tale of my fucking marriage.
Mm.
Every marriage ain't that a person can say, oh, we've been married for so. That's what they decide to put up with. But at the end of the
But
day,
see, that's the
everybody.
thing.
But that's the thing. You
That's
making
the
it seem
thing,
like
Denise.
every marriage is fucked up in it. It's some people marriage out here that actually don't have no issues. Not saying that they don't disagree, because any relationship you gonna disagree, but it's not necessarily, oh, I'm getting cheated on, oh, I'm getting beat on. It could be, this day I was irritated and he pissed me off by saying some stupid shit, and now me and him into it, or that I told her to wash the car and ask her to do this and she didn't do it. It could be petty stuff,
yeah.
and like those type of disagreements. It ain't necessarily like, oh, he cheating on me or he beating on me. That's not the case in every marriage.
But
Can I
let me
piggyback off that?
But
So,
that's differences.
no,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Go ahead. One of y'all go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You go ahead, Marlon.
Now, I just wanted to piggyback off what Kenya was talking
Mm.
about just a little bit. So, if we just went and put it in a retrospect, if we had, if we had to, if you had the good that outweigh the bad, but just say y'all love each other though, everything's still deep, everything y'all still connected, y'all love each other, but it start to get to a point where the good is not really good no more, because then you start more concentrating on the negative things that might be your trigger and something that triggers you, and you thought that things can change by y'all long term time y'all been together. It's like, okay, well, by now you should know what I like and don't like, and then it's starting to get to a point. It's like, I gotta do this again. Some things you are used to, like, okay, cool, I can deal with that. But then it's like when you start getting and start coming in and hitting you and hitting you and hitting you, how much do you take?
Mm. Well, that's a good question. That's a good question. How much do you take? But see, but then let me say this, Marlon. But then it
Yeah.
goes back to what Brittany is kind of it's this. I don't know. It draws fear, and it's crazy because a lot of women because they even when we was on TikTok, the single women called Kenya a name. Basically, in so many words, they were saying she was a undercover happy. She was a undercover fake happy wife, and it's kind of similar to what Quita said in the
What the
sense of
fuck
like
is that?
basically saying that women that marry women are faking the funk of being really happy when they not, and they're saying this is the reason why the marriage is not worth it. Why should I get married? What the fuck? Why should I get married when the reality is the married woman is really not happy? She's faking it. She's lying about it, and then it goes back to what Brittany said, where they be like, is it really worth it? Because he's still gonna do this. You still ain't happy. It ain't work. Like all the shit that Quita and Brittany said. So I'm hearing that a lot though. But it go back to what King said. Like it's kind of understand what Brittany's saying. Like it's drawing fear. It's like, why should I get married and lock myself in a contract for supposed to be for lifetime, right? For until we, for a long time, right? If all of this bad shit is happening, supposedly, does it make sense? What I'm saying is like,
I mean, but people take that
It
same
makes
risk. That's
sense.
like you getting in a car and you could get in a car accident and die, but you're not gonna stop driving. You're not gonna get in the car based off of that risk of getting in an accident and die.
I feel like everybody got their own tolerations. So I can tolerate certain things that, okay, it can be certain levels of things you can tolerate. So now, for one, I would say for women, of course, like getting physical with your woman, that's just automatically like a no. But just say that was his only problem. But he did everything immaculate on. But besides that one thing, would that be your breaking point? Would you just stop and quit because of that? Because that's probably more like something that no, I can't tolerate that. But even though you only have that one, he has that one issue, and but everything else is immaculate. You living good. Y'all got good vibes. Y'all can party together, this and that. But then he might have an anger issue. What do you do in that point?
It's gonna always be like that. Either you got anger issues, you cheat, or anything like that. Deep down
Mhm.
inside, you gonna always, from the time being like that, you gonna always have problems. Even if she be like, oh, it's fine, babe, you good. Like, it's always gonna be off. That energy is knocked off forever.
So you think so in other words, with what Marlon's saying, you do y'all. So I'm gonna
What's
say,
your point?
yeah. What, Brittany, do you feel like, or Nene, do you feel like, you know what, like, yeah, fuck marriage, like, yes, that is my breaking point. So therefore, it ain't worth being married. If I got to worry about him cheating, or if I got to worry about if his sex is bad, right? If I got to worry about he ain't good, he ain't good in bed, like, because all of these things, it's so many things that is stopping women, that is creating women to say fuck marriage. I'm trying to tell you this, it's so many women are saying fuck marriage, and we were talking about it yesterday. And then Kenya brought up the question like, well, what is the value of marriage? I couldn't really answer in a broad way to explain why marriage is worth it. But then when I couldn't do that, we looked at it and was like, well, damn, that's a problem. How do I convince Brittany that marriage is worth it? How do I convince you, Nene, that, not saying I have to, but if you needed me to, how do I convince you that marriage is worth it? When, you see what I'm saying? And it seems like that's what has to be done now. Like, women are asking you, or males, not even males, women are saying, convince me. People in general are saying, convince me. Shit, I'm just gonna keep it, because it can be on both sides of the fence. People are saying, convince me. Why do I need to spend the rest of my life with you and be married?
But that's what we talked
You
about
can't.
yesterday on the podcast. Is the relationship worth it? Because that man, like I said, he already know within a year's time, like, if he wants to spend the rest of his life with that woman. If he doesn't buy a ring and try and propose to that woman, that relationship is not worth having.
That's the problem.
He gonna string you along as he want, because you're not asking him, when you gonna propose to me? Are you gonna propose to me? And then that's when men feel pressure. They're like, is this what I'm gonna be getting used to for the rest of my life? And that's what scares people to go into marriage.
I think that
But that
depends on your
man has to be
maturity.
willing. But the man has to be willing and freely. He has to take that initiative step to make that relationship worth it. He has to do it, because she can ask all day long, when you gonna marry me? When you gonna put a ring on me? But if he's not gonna do it, that relationship isn't working.
A real woman shouldn't even have to ask that though, because I can't get on my knee and propose to myself. That's for a man to do. And I think that's what happens now. The roles have reversed, with certain women are forcing this marriage, and now she's proposing to him.
Yeah.
But if a man, and that's what happens with kids too. If a man say he's not ready to be a father at this moment, then don't force that on him. And I'm not gonna say tell a woman to get an abortion. Your body, your choice. But what I'm saying is, don't neither one of you place yourself in that position for that to happen. And so when it comes to marriage or relationships, that's the whole purpose of intentional dating. If the intentional dating conversation is not happening, your expectations are just your expectations. So be expected to be let down too. Because when you step into something with a high expectation, nobody is meeting that criteria to your expectation. Now, what if the roles was reversed? She ain't meet my expectation either. So now it's always going to be that unequally yoked. It's always going to be some form of imbalance. So where do y'all compromise at? Because if you're not willing to compromise and meet my expectations and vice versa, of course it's not going to work. Right. Now, no man is ever going to say, oh, I'm not ready to get married. He might say, I'm not ready to get married now. And that now may not be this year, that now may not be this 6 months, that now for certain men might be 6-7 years, for whatever reason there may be. Some men want to see what trials and tribulations. Baby, I want to see you under pressure. I want to see what it's like when I ain't got no job and I ain't got no money. Are you willing to pick up the baggage? Because when y'all are married, you can't be like, oh, I don't want to be married no more because you ain't working no more. And this man could have gotten a car accident. them broke his back, all type of stuff. I need to know, can you handle me as much as you want me to handle you?
Yeah, can you handle me when I get old? You gonna take care
That
of me?
too. You know what I'm
Fuck.
saying? Are you gonna wipe my ass? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm
and
just
that's why
being
I say
perfectly
some women and men, they just want to get married because of the fairy tale and the thought that somebody else is married. They want to be living somebody else's lifestyle, but not really like putting it to ignition. Like this shit is work. You feel what I'm saying?
And
But
a
if
lot of
you,
people don't.
but
A lot of people
if
don't
you
say
know,
that.
if you years in that relationship and you know that man ain't gonna marry you, are you leaving? Are you
But how
leaving?
do you know that he don't want to marry you
Right?
though?
How do you know? You rushing shit. Like you
rushing
shit.
it.
If I'm not
That man
asking you,
already know within 2 years if you want
no,
to be
because if
with
I'm
you.
not
Y'all
asking,
live together.
if I'm not, because a woman gonna set off hits anyways that she ready to be married, even if she like, oh look at that wedding dress, that's so pretty and shit like that. But I'm going with the fucking flow. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not gonna rush no man into marrying me. I'm going with the flow.
So let me.
That means that these women they're not getting proposed to. That's the issue. And if
Because
they are, they
everybody
getting
don't want
divorced.
to. Everybody don't want to be married. Even if somebody say it's hard work and stuff like that, don't nobody want to be married. Motherfuckers don't even want to be in a relationship.
People
Because
don't know
of so
what it
much
takes
shit.
to be, and
But
that
black
too. And a lot
women
of
are the
people don't
ones who
know.
are issuing the divorces, not
It
the black
ain't just black women. It's all cultures. We don't know that because we only see within our culture. We don't see within them white people cultures, them Chinese cultures and shit like that. We only see what we see in our own culture.
I'm gonna have to say, I feel like that whole people don't want to get married is some BS because people still want the benefits of being married. Like they still want to you still want to live together. You still want us to have, to do whatever. You still want us to have kids. You still want us to do this 50-50 or figure out bills. You want me to have your back, but you don't want to give me a title. And people have behind this, oh, we really don't want to be married. They really do, but I feel like like Quisha said earlier, it's a defense mechanism because it's like that's not even on the table for you based off of what you're accepting. You with this man for 10 years and you steady sitting there like, I'm just going with the flow. I'm just waiting on him. If you ain't putting no pressure on him or showing that that's your standard, what is the motivation for him to actually marry you? That's why you got so many of our parents that's been together for 18, 20 years and never married. Because our mothers just went with the flow.
So let me ask. I want to ask Brittany, Nene, and Tiffany. Do y'all feel like? Would you prefer to see people? And I just want to know y'all opinion. Would you prefer to see relationships, especially in our culture, be baby mamas and baby daddies, or husband and wives? Based off of what y'all said on this platform, what would y'all prefer? And even for yourselves, would you want to see change in our community where we start seeing more marriages, or do you feel like that ship has sailed and it ain't worth it, and we rather stick to being we should just stick to being baby mamas and baby daddies? What do y'all think? I'm gonna go ahead, Brittany.
Being married, show our kids.
Okay.
Just being married. I would like to see that more in our community.
Okay. What you think, Nene?
I think it depends on the people and the
Okay.
individuals.
Okay. Keep it funky.
Not everybody is meant to be a wife, and not everybody is meant to be a husband.
Okay.
And some people aren't meant to be parents either.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay.
I think it just depends on the individual. I mean, yes, because I'm old school, I'm pretty sure a majority of us are. We grew up in a certain household. Of course, I want to see what black love looks like. Of course, I want to indulge in that. Of course, I want to see that for our generation, the next generation behind us. But reality is what now? People who have been in marriages way before COVID and, this year, look how they landed now.
Yeah, divorces rates are high as hell. Yeah.
And they are getting rid of marriages because of something so small.
Yep.
Something so small, and it can just be easily handled with just a conversation.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy, man. So, do y'all think? This will be the last. Because I was gonna play the second part with them because I already touched on it. Do y'all feel like the gender war will ever stop between man and woman? Do you think this control this fight for control in this relation in the relationship. This fight for women wanting to be the leader or men wanting to be the leader. Like, do you think any of this will stop in our culture? Do you feel like eventually, us as black men and black males, black females and black males will come together and start getting along and really operating under one roof together? Or do you feel like this is a forever thing that's just gonna always be where man and woman gonna fight and fight and fight? What do y'all think? What did you say, Quita?
I don't know, because see how our generation, it ain't a forever thing with our generation and our kids. But the kids that's out here having kids and being in relationships now, I feel like it's gonna be a forever thing, because as long as we got Cardi B and all them other rappers and shit like that, and the way because that's all the kids do and want to be just like them. And I feel like if the more that happen, the more it ain't gonna be fine. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
It ain't gonna stop.
Okay. What's your thoughts, Marley? Do you feel like there will ever come a time where I'll say, I don't know, I'm gonna say the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, how once upon a time black communities, and I'm not gonna say, Brittany, you're wrong for you're not wrong for saying that, because there were unhappy homes back then, right? But what we can't ignore is that back then, happy home or unhappy home, our community was full of marriages, like large as fuck. So do you feel like, Marlon, we will ever get back to that? Will a man and a woman ever be able to operate and get back to that? Or are we gonna be in
I
war?
feel like we're on the path of that, even though the numbers are down, but we are on the right path. I feel like we're starting to open our eyes. Even me, growing up as being with my mother, and even my wife, but we still understand the mission. So we grew this partnership where we're gonna make this work for our daughter, so she can grow up on the right path. So it starts with us. So if everybody has that same attitude, I think that we are capable.
Okay. Okay. What's your thoughts, Kenya? Do you feel
Wait,
like we
you didn't ask me.
Oh, go ahead, Quisha. Do you feel like we can go ahead? Come on. Do you feel like we can get there? Because right now, what's being shown is men and women in our culture can't get along. We cannot function under the same roof. We cannot manage to get the marriage rates up, and we can't. We can't.
I'm not as hopeful as Marlon.
Okay.
Like, could we? Yeah, we could. But the way that things are going, I just feel like marriage isn't valued no more in our culture, in our Generation X. It's just not valued the same way that it used to be valued. And, you know, you have more of the, women, the independent minds frame. And I'm not saying that, I feel like, honestly, the independent mind frame is not technically a woman's fault. Like, even in my marriage, I tend to have this independent mind frame about certain things. But honestly, if I can be dependent and I can live in my soft girl era, that's what I would want. That's peace. That's peace to me. But I feel like the things that women go through, and men, I'm not just gonna limit it to women, it makes you, have to be independent. It hardens you or whatever, and you see more and more of that. So I'm not as hopeful because, nobody is that traditional mind frame, or even the value of marriage is not, it's just not looked upon the same or whatever. So especially with the generation after us and after that, so it's just hard. Like, you do see more broken homes, or the baby mama baby daddy dynamics versus the end goal is marriage, two parent households. I just don't see it, and I steady seeing it decline. So I hope we can get there, but I'm just not as optimistic. So, that's just my opinion.
What about you? I'm gonna go to you.
I got a question.
Hold on. I want to finish. Going. Hold on, Reggie. Well, go ahead. Ask your question.
I think it's just a significant question because we talked about marriages. I know TV is just TV, but do you think that it's significant that the show Blackish was a perfect representation of what the actual black marriage looked like? And I only say that because when you saw the show, yeah, it's just TV, but those scenarios, those instances, right? Was that a really good representation of us as as a black marriage? Would you guys want that? Because I think that's really significant when that show finally, like when it first like aired, and it showed like what a black family looks like, an affluent black family looks like when they both like you have two people that are equal, that are in their professions, but they have all these life situations with their families. You think that's a perfect representation of an actual black marriage, even through their trials?
I'm a hold on before you answer.
I think it showed.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I think it showed that like because I think Rainbow, she was mixed. She was mixed with black and white, right?
What's Blackish?
That TV show with
Tracy.
You know what I'm show Blackish?
Yeah, and her name was Rainbow or something. I think it showed that like mixed, like how can I put it, like a mixed race can like be married because she was mixed and he was black.
But see, here's the thing.
Like
go ahead, Tiffany.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, here's the thing, Reggie. The TV show don't matter because it go back to what Quisha said. We're at a decline. So TV shows, even women being married, it's not enough to get our culture back up and running. So that's why I asked the question, are we doomed? Will we ever get back to, marriages? Will marriages increase again? Will the man and the woman, because the whole point of this episode tonight is to display that I don't know. I know Quisha said she's not really seeing it based off her circle. And I don't know how many of y'all are seeing it based off y'all circle, but we are literally in a war with each other. Like when I tell you TikTok, and I know y'all looking like, oh, it's just, that's just, no, I'm telling you, these platforms, these women, these males are consistently saying, we don't like each other. I don't like you. You don't like me. Even though I want to rock with you, I want you, but I don't like you. I ain't trying to settle down with you. I'd rather be a baby mama or a baby daddy. Like all of this shit is happening. And in our culture, especially in our community, we not rocking at all. And you seen, like Quisha said, you seen a decline in it, the marriages and all this. So that's why I'm asking y'all, is there could we get back there? Is there a chance or a time where we will get? What's your thoughts, Nene?
I think so. And that's just me being a hopeless romantic because I kind of feel like I don't know where the disconnect happened, but at some place, the generation curse has got to break. It has to we got to find it. We got to find out where the issue stemmed from. Because now all of a sudden, it's just like some women are just angry. They are just so fucking angry.
Yes.
Now, why
everybody needs to get their mental together?
Yeah, like why are we so mad now?
Yes.
And I don't know if it happened, and I hate to keep bringing up this COVID situation, but I promise to God, when COVID hit, everything came so unexpected. Everything was just like whoosh. Just take it for what it is. Medical expenses done change. People losing their jobs. You know what I'm saying? Food done change, and everything else is like we were living off of straight survival. Globally.
Yeah.
Like we were all living off of survival. So now here we are trying to come up from it, but we ain't coming fast enough.
Mm-hmm.
But now we take baby steps.
But I'm gonna add to you, right? Look, when you say women are angry, when I was on TikTok, because I be on TikTok to blow this platform up. When I tell you, and this is no bullshit, right? And I like for real. I got on TikTok and my algorithm brings in now, like, can you call it? I'm a what you called me yesterday?
He identifies as an angry black woman.
I identify as an angry black woman based off my algorithm. But because that's what I have on my platform is a bunch of 20-year-olds to 30, 40, 50-year-olds, even 60-year-olds that are angry. And when I tell you, I was on one platform on TikTok where I was on there with a bunch of women. And when I tell you, those women were so disrespectful to me, but it wasn't the disrespect that made me, like, when I tell you, when I got off live, I wanted to cry. Not because, but it wasn't for the disrespect. I could take that shit. I got thick skin. It was the fact of recognizing that so many black women are really angry at the black man, or just angry in general. And it upset me, because it's like, why, not only why are you angry, but why do you hate your counterpart? Why do you hate your black man? And I couldn't understand that for nothing. And it disturbed my peace so bad that I had to get off TikTok for I didn't get back on TikTok for 3 days. I was so disturbed and scared to get back on there, because I'm like, these women are really fucking angry. And I don't think we're really paying attention to how angry black women are. Like, I'm talking about, they are fucking angry. And it's scary, because, and that's why I say, when you hear black women say, I don't want to be married, fuck these dudes, it's scary. It's like, that's why I'm asking, will we ever get there? Go ahead.
Romeo, not to cut you out, but when you said that, I thought about it last night. I'm like, they ass is gonna start go on a killing spree. Cause I thought about what y'all said, what they doing, and I'm like, they motherfucker gonna get gagged. Run into the group.
I'll try to tell you.
And go to jail.
They are teaming up. They are becoming together, these black women, and they saying, listen, I'm not tolerating no more bullshit. I don't give a fuck about being a baby mama. Fuck you niggas. If I can get up and go get my career, my job, my everything, who needs you? I am the table. So you and this is what's happening. So I don't know. Tonight was a good conversation. I feel like every last one of y'all gave some good perspectives and some good statements on it. I don't know, man. I don't know how to answer. I don't know if it's ever gonna stop. It scares the shit out of me that we are really at each other's throats like this. And it scares me even more that women are really fucking angry. I mean, it's scary. If you see what I see on TikTok and what my algorithm is, this is what's on here all day. And I'm talking about, you're seeing all of these different, I'm talking about, these are women from all over states, all over the country, are coming on TikTok, and they're literally expressing how angry they are. And they showing it, and they ain't got no love for a black man.
Maybe they should change. They should change that shit. They should just all come together and do some spiritual shit. Like, take a spiritual bath. Do a spiritual bath challenge instead of being so angry. It's gonna fuck with their health. You know, they gonna starting to get sick. You be catching so migraine.
Like, what y'all mean by so angry?
When I say angry, the whole conversation is about how they're saying they're tired of black men. Black men are not stepping up.
Dogging them out. They tired of these dog ass niggas.
We are the reason of fatherless homes. We are the reason for everything. And at this point, we are waking up and saying, we don't need you. Listen, look, this video right here, let me show you.
Graduation.
This one.
Don't talk out their mouth. Kill, rape, I don't give a fuck, sex and food. I don't care what.
That woman, she is part of it. She is one of the most biggest followings out here. When I tell you, she's a single woman, single mother out here, and she is literally gathering a lot of single women to join her, along with, and it ain't just her, it's a lot of them. I'm talking about hundreds, thousands of them, and they are coming together, gathering and saying, let's stick together as women, as black women, and say, fuck these niggas, we don't need them. We are the ones with getting all the degrees anyway. We the ones got the better jobs than these niggas. Roles have switched. We got the toys for sex. We don't need these men.
And now, at first, I don't know, it was a trend was saying you had to make 6 figures to date a woman. Mm-hmm. Now the requirement is that you have to build them a house in order to date them. And the reasoning behind, and then it goes on to say, I only date Asians and Mexicans because black men lack skill sets.
Yep.
It is like this generalization on men that is very toxic and problematic.
But it's working. Single women are following it.
And there's
That's what I'm trying
millions
to
of
tell
them,
you.
like millions.
And they're following this concept. So now you've seen the list. Women are saying no more Applebee's and none of these restaurants. They're saying you can't pay 50,000. They're saying that you can't take them on a coffee date, a bike ride date, picnic date. They don't want none of that shit.
No, we don't ratchet.
If you're not look now, these are not just ratchet. These are successful women, degree women. I'm trying to tell you, these are all kinds of women, and now even white women are joining. Right? TikTok is now showing the white women are joining the single women. Like I just showed you that lady. The white women are on these panels now, and they're joining the black women saying, "Fuck these men. They are misogynistic. We don't need them. We don't want them. We don't need them. Get rid of them. We can do this shit by ourselves." So that's why I'm just like, it's sad because the marriage is getting lost. Nope, we're not pushing marriage anymore. More women are saying, "I'd rather be a baby mama than a wife." You're seeing it from the highest level of celebrities on down to our level. Nobody is even thinking about marriage. Don't want it. Don't want a 2-parent household.
Somebody in the comments said, but the flip side of it is that it's greed.
Yeah.
That low key makes sense.
Yeah.
It's all about the money nowadays.
Yep. I've heard. Listen, I heard women on TikTok say this is what nothing they're saying. Their box and their beauty is a currency. Their box and their beauty is a currency. So in order to get me or get my box, to be attracted to me or get my box, you now have to pay. I am a currency now. This is where we at.
They tired. Like I said yesterday, they tired for seeing men for who they are. They want the money.
They want the money. And they saying, we don't give a fuck about you and nobody else. If you ain't got that bread, get the fuck on. And Pete said in the comments, yeah, it's all about currency. That's where we at right now. So I'm trying to tell you, be on the lookout. Y'all gonna see it. You already been seeing a little bitty a piece of it with the list and all that shit. The list is getting more wider. We have to now build houses from ground up in order to get with y'all. We now have to hunt, right? One lady said they want us to go back to hunting with a spear. If we're not out there hunting, pulling fish out the water, we're not worthy of a woman's time. Like literally, this is the shit they're saying. So, and the following is growing. We're talking about millions of women. It's growing bigger and bigger, and these women following it. So you'll start to see it more and more. That list shit was only a little bit. TikTok is the new YouTube. It's the new Facebook. It's the new Instagram, and this is where they're doing it at. This is where they're now gathering all their followers up. So I know a lot of us don't have it, but if you take a time, get TikTok, you'll start seeing that shit on there. You're gonna start seeing it. So that's what it is, man. I do appreciate y'all coming on. This was a good conversation. I appreciate y'all time. And like always, this is the talk of the family, where some families lie, some families steal, some families are fake, and some families are real. But this family do what we always do. We talk. And until next Sunday, yeah, man, I got more content. And this platform is blowing up. I was gonna post a video and show y'all my TikTok because I've been posting these videos. Tiffany, your video with the spiritual bath shit is now, I think, at 12 or 13,000. I think another video up there that I got.
They gonna cut us a check.
Look, no, they just look. It's crazy part is TikTok just started paying me, but it's only 70 cents now. I got to like 70 cents. But I'm trying to blow it up so we all can eat off of it, right? That is the plan. But my TikTok has went to like almost 3,000 followers. The videos are hitting between 9 to 12 to 15,000 views. So it's blowing up. And then YouTube just went up. This page just went up to almost 2,000 subscribers. So now all I need is watch hours, and then the ads will start coming in. So we are blowing this page up, and it's to y'all coming on here every
But
Sunday.
it's not even about the money. It's about how people can hear us out, because it's like a each one teach one thing. So
Yeah.
as long as they can hear us out, then we from Chicago, so everybody love people from Chicago. Our city be lit.
Yeah, and that's the plan. Like I tell you all the time, the plan is to grow this to where we could do it in person, to where I could then see if y'all are willing to come in person, and where I can book a room and have all these people come out, and now we're on an actual stage, right? And we actually talking in front of the crowd, and that's the mission. So TikTok is blowing the platform up. Again, we've only been up, I think, 6 months. Not maybe less than that, maybe like 4 or 5 months we've been up, and TikTok is blowing it up. This page is coming up pretty quickly. So I appreciate y'all coming on. Marlon, you and Quisha, I appreciate y'all coming on. I would love to have y'all back on whenever y'all got the time. Definitely please come back on, because y'all give good perspectives. Brittany, Tiffany, Nene, all of y'all. I rock with y'all, and I appreciate y'all coming on. Especially you, Reggie, Kenya, Quita, all y'all. So Demar, all of them, they know who they is. So until next Sunday, man, we gonna get it up, get back at it again next Sunday. So y'all have a good night, have a good week, have a good Monday, be safe, and we'll see y'all next Sunday.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace.